What's up, you guys? What's going on with everyone? I think that kind of cut off at the beginning. Welcome to today's stream. We got some heavy DD to do today. We got earnings headed up this week, so hope everyone's doing well. Do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you guys can know when I go live, and you guys can catch me live next time if you guys are watching this back. And if you guys have any questions or any tickers you guys want me to cover in today's live stream, put them down in the comments. Oh, and I need to send this out to Twitter real quick. 1 second. But yeah, help me out with the like. And if you guys want to catch me on the next live stream, make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications. Let me send this out. All right. And we should be good to go. Hope everyone's doing great. And this will give us a few minutes to get everybody in here who is going to join. And yeah, I got some good interesting stocks today, so we'll see. We're doing this off the dome, no takes. This is off the dome, so let me send this out really quick. So we want to cover Nvidia, Zoom, Affirm. What else do we want to cover? I also have a few other ones that I've already posted on Twitter, so if you guys oh shit. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, take a second to do that. Here is my Twitter handle. I've posted a few yesterday, and I guess it'd probably be best to start with those. But before we get those two started, the ones I'm going to cover is Baba and DraftKings. Those are the extra ones today. And then as well as the ones that aren't here, basically. So obviously you saw Nvidia on the thumbnail, so we'll take a look at some of that. And we're going to use the Unusual Whales platform to get the anticipated earnings. So let's probably go ahead and get that page open. So we're going to go to Extra and open this in a new tab, Earnings. And then we'll be able to get the anticipated implied move. So like for Nvidia, for example, implied move will be like 7%. So we'll do that. And we'll also take a look at the flow for some of these stocks. And lastly, we'll look at some of the technicals on some of these. So kind of get us ready for the earnings this week. And like I said, if you guys have any tickers you prefer me to cover first, definitely put them in the comments. But the main interesting ones are probably Zoom. I don't know if I'll actually hold. I think that one could be a nice pre-earnings run-up or pre... Honestly, I think I should probably cover SPY. I don't know if you guys joined yesterday's live stream, but we have kind of a sell-off on Friday, and I think it's going to continue going into Monday. But I'm just quickly highlighting some of the ones that I'm interested in. So Box, Victoria's Secrets. This one's retail, so we have a few other retails. Oh, XPen and Macy's and JD. Dick's is probably another one, but something that I've learned this release is that these low volume companies don't really move after earnings. So like last week I got crushed with Ross. I got puts on it and it didn't do anything. So I'm kind of leaning to staying away from some of these, like Dick's especially, just because it doesn't move that much. Big float, but yeah, and then Dell probably won't move, but these are still definitely ones to look at. Maybe if we find something interesting, we will play them. But yeah, kind of earnings is drying up as well, so it is harder to get a few more. Actually, I think Palo Alto is like a bank, isn't it? So that one might be something interesting. One that I think might be slept on is going to be this Toll Brothers. I think this is what, like the construction company. So I'm going to take a look at that one. And Snowflake's Salesforce, of course. So maybe I should just scroll this down. Autodesk, I don't really care for it too much. So yeah, that's what it is. Oh, and then Dollar General, Dollar Tree. So actually a lot of the retail and stuff, but these will probably do good. Dollar General, Dollar Tree, that I think they have dividends and stuff, so kind of safe. Oh, and then we have Burlington too. So yeah, still a lot of retail, kind of bleeding off from last week. I think last week we had Target, Ross, Walmart, just a lot of weakness with some of those earnings, but it's been a weird earnings. So like, for example, TJ Maxx was another retail last time, and if you go to the daily, they really didn't do nothing for the anticipated move. So here you go. This was on the morning, right? So August 17th. They closed at $66 and they opened at 66, about 66. Okay, so I gotta be more specific here to show you guys the actual difference. 66.70 they closed there, and then they open at about 66 or 65.95. So this is kind of a weird earnings, I think, season. Same thing with Ross. I think it might be like a dud earnings for some of these retails. A lot of this stuff is kind of priced in. So this one's the one that crushed me. What was this? This was at close. Yeah, so they closed at like 62 straight, and then they opened at 62 basically. So that's why I just be careful with some of these retail ones like Burlington, with Dick's. I just don't think they're kind of worth the risk. There's actually another strategy that I probably thought we should maybe do, and that's like the I think it's Iron Condor or something. It's where the stock doesn't move. So I think that might be an interesting thing to do with Burlington or Dick's, where they're expecting a move and then they actually don't end up doing anything. But we'll kind of look at those. Those are kind of on the lower priority, and then obviously Nordstrom. Nordstrom might be a good company to play to the upside, just because it is kind of a higher end retail. So don't really think inflation has hit the people near the middle or the higher end class. So they should still do good on sales. Plus they got the dividends too. But yeah, so I think, but we'll take a look at the implied move, and it's actually started running up into earnings, and then it recently just pulled back. So it might be a good time to get calls, but we'll look at the move in just a second. And I'm just going to I'm going to do a poll to see what your guys' opinions are for going into Monday. I think a lot of people yesterday said Green Day, so I want to see if people still feeling the Green Day for Monday. And then I'm going to just, if you guys have any tickers, definitely comment any tickers here, and then we'll take a look at them in just a second. Okay, let me make that really quick. Yeah, 1 second. But yeah, today's gonna be just kind of a chill, work the DD, do the DD kind of thing, and go from there. That tweet, yeah, I did. Okay, great. Live stream, SPY live stream. Okay, bet. All right, so where do we even start? Okay, let me start with the ones that I tweeted out, and it's gonna be, like I said, Baba and DraftKings. And I think DraftKings is a good one to start with, actually. So beautiful head and shoulders flow straight up. So definitely follow me on Twitter if you guys aren't there yet. Straight up bearish flow. I'll show some of those spreads in just a second. And yeah, I'll show you guys. Let me go to the chart for DraftKings and I'll explain what I saw there. And so this one is actually something I was bearish on since maybe since Tuesday actually. So I'm not exactly sure if I timed the top. When was this? Wednesday? When was Wednesday? Actually, let me get my time and dates right. 17 was Wednesday. So I was in there since Tuesday actually. Yeah. So I got in early or near the top actually, and then basically what I saw here was a bull trap, and maybe I should take this off and then just redo it. But I saw like a bull trap here. And maybe you can see it better in like in a 1 hour chart. So basically it broke out, came back down, it broke out, and then came back down. So that right there, this was the second time I was trying to get up there. And so basically I thought that was like just trapping some bulls there. And I think I posted that on Twitter as well. But yeah, I had like a little red heart here, or circle, indicating that it was a bull trap for me. And then actually further down the road, it actually ended up forming like this head and shoulders pattern, where you got the shoulder, the head, and then a weird shoulder, but the overall pattern is a bearish pattern. And so if you clear this out, really the distance for this is going to be like, let's just give it, we're just being nice here, but somewhere like here. So definitely $19, right? And so what this is telling me right here is a change in trend, because we've been in a huge run, right? Let's see, how much percentage did we gain in just like a couple days or something? In a month we did, I can't really see it actually, but let me move this out of the way. Yeah, 62%. So definitely was due for a pullback, and you can kind of see this thing was really doing, it was like organic growth, it was pulling back, but then that's like the trend change, I believe. And so now we are in a downtrend, and the main thing I have here is a gap fill down here, which you can't really, you can see it here, but it's more clear or evident in the daily time frame. And so I'm looking to play DraftKings to the downside. This one's just going to be a bonus play. They already reported earnings. They had good earnings. I think they have good guidance. So strong market definitely can push this back up, but I think and we should probably take a look at the SPY as well. But just I think at this point we're at a rate or where it's going to try to gravitate to this gap. Maybe not completely fill it on the first attempt. Like I'll come down to, let's say, 1720, and then I'll consolidate and then eventually fill it down or go back up. I don't know why my mouse was acting up right now. But yeah, so I'm kind of bearish on DraftKings in the short term. And really, it was that indicator of a reversal with the head and shoulders. Not to mention the MACD is starting to pivot or crossover into bearish, which would be, I mean, it's been on the bullish, on the upside, right? And then now it's basically going to cross the midpoint or whatever. Not the midpoint, but you guys know the signal. So that's DraftKings. I think the flow that I mentioned on here was, let me take a look at this. Let's see what flow we had for DraftKings. Oh, so I saw major put activity on it. So just get you a quick breakdown. We had put volume of like 56%, put premium, so the amount of money going into the options contracts is 62%. And then combining all that, you get an average of like 8 million bearish premium, so about 62%. So most of that put premium that's going in is actually bearish, I would assume. So 61%, 62%, 56%. Okay, and so some of these spreads, I think what I was seeing was, yeah, you're buying the 22s, so that's bearish, right? And then you're selling 17s. So the 17s are going to be more expensive, you can see. Well, actually, yeah. What? No, these are, it's a put debit spread basically. Let me show you guys. Oh, I'm an idiot. I always freeze up during the live streams. Where's it at? So yeah, you're paying 387K and you're getting 87 credits. So that's gonna cut down this to about 300,000, right? So yeah, 295. So the max loss is 295 because you took that 87K in premium. And so you're gonna basically, it's not a huge win because you're buying like really in the money puts already, and then you're just mitigating some of that loss by getting some credit basically, right? So it's basically a 52% net positive profit. Let me take that off. So that's that. I think I saw many of these different. There's one where it was just straight up puts. Let me just see if I can find it. It's not that one. Yeah, this one. So it's either like doing those, it's either again like buying the 22s and selling the 1750s, or straight up just buying 22s and buying 1750s. So these are the big ones that I saw on Friday. And they're pretty short term, so 909, so it's just like 2 weeks out. Let me just double check. Yeah, 3 weeks out actually. So that's going to be DraftKings, and really nothing else out of this. We could take a look at the COPE really quick if you want. I have this, I'm doing this off the dome. I haven't looked at any of the, but yeah, actually big COPE drop here, which increasing COPE usually is bullish premium coming in, and so now you can see bearish premiums probably leading the way. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Even the biggest option trades here for Friday were all bearish. And like I said, those $22 puts, big activity. You can see multiple orders, 350, yeah, pretty much a lot of premium on these. So DraftKings pretty much straightforward play. I think that's the one that I'm going to do for my SNL tomorrow. So definitely tune into that. And it'll be on Twitter. You guys can follow me, and I'll share a tweet link to it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything on DraftKings. Pretty obvious bearish. They've just had an insane run, like I showed you guys. 62% in like a month is insane. Most of the stocks went up tremendously too, though. But so it's not just DraftKings, but yeah, from the lows, I think this was the lows. Yeah, so about 90%. That's insane, right? So that's gonna be the first one, and I think let me. I was supposed to do this in a different thing so I could type these things up a lot cleaner. Oh well, we'll do that next time. Yeah, I forgot. I think Yuani told me to do a thing, but I forgot. Yeah. So let me quickly Sorry, I'm gonna. Where is this website? Yeah, 1 second. Oops, I think I closed the website down. Okay, there we go. So anyway, let's start writing some of this stuff down. So DraftKings puts, and I know some people might just be wanting to read this at the end, but I would just kind of hang out and chill and understand my thesis before just blindly following. So that's gonna be DraftKings, I think. DraftKings puts, and we have the 9/9 put spreads that are there. We're just gonna leave that there. What was the other one? Oh, Baba. So Baba, what were we saying with Baba? Okay, so this one's an interesting one too, because it's kind of hot in here, bro. I'm upstairs right now. Still a summertime, I think. What am I seeing with Baba? So Baba was the second play that I mentioned, and that one's on Twitter as well. Inverse cup and handle, descending triangle. There's a gap fill below, and short-term call volume heavy. So I think this was one where the flow is actually bullish, but we'll break down some of that stuff. So this one's can actually go both ways. I was looking into Baba because just some of the recent news on it, just to get an idea of what's going on with the stock. And I think there were some institutionals that were selling, but then there's also like, I think they did earnings. I'm not sure what the earnings were. And also they partnered up with TikTok, I believe. So they have like mixed earnings or mixed catalysts coming out. And give me a second, I'm going to turn on the fan because it's hot as fuck. Sheesh. Okay. So hopefully it doesn't. It's probably gonna pick. The mic's probably gonna pick this up. No, it's not picking it up too much. But what's up with Baba? Alibaba. So the thing that I noticed on Alibaba is an inverse cup and handle here, right? This is a bearish pattern. I don't know if you guys have seen that pattern before. I'm gonna type it up for you. It's not bullish, it's a bearish pattern. So I'm sure you've seen it. This is a good example. So it's like an inverse cup and then handle, and then you break down. Just depending, the fall is going to be like something like this, the targets. So it's usually about the cup size. So that's what I'm seeing here with Baba on the technical perspective. Obviously on top, we also have like this downtrend resistance, which if you don't like the cup and handle scenario, it also does look like a descending triangle here. So it's been consolidating, getting tighter, and hopefully it breaks down. This can really just determine whether it can get above these levels. So it would be like 90, 91. If it can get back above 91, then it would probably start running back up to $95. To the downside though, what I like about this is we have a gap fill. So you might not see it here on the 1 hour, but on the daily here, we have a gap down here. So that is really the target that I'm looking at. I'm actually already in this. So we have a gap fill right there. And so I already marked that one out, and hopefully we get it filled to the downside. The only thing I would say is last time when the stock market started selling off, a lot of the index funds actually started moving their money to Chinese stocks. So I don't know if you guys remember, but let me see, SPY, maybe we can correlate that right now. But when stocks started selling off, was it in June? It might have been in June. Let me see, is that when Baba was going up? Yeah, see, so when June, like everybody started moving their money, when the US stock exchange started selling off, people started moving their money into China stocks. And you can kind of see that across some of the other ones. So yeah, they were just doing some relief bounce or whatever, I'm not sure. And you can see that with, I think I have was it the HSI? So back in June, when the stock market was selling off, kind of really late May and then June, the Chinese stocks started going up while the US market started going down. So that's the only thing I'd be worried for playing Baba to the downside. The other thing is the negative side to BABA though is, like I said, they started losing some index funds. Some people were starting to liquidate their positions on BABA. So that's what I'm thinking with BABA. For flow on BABA, let's break that down. I think most of the flow for this was bullish, which would kind of lean to that thesis that money could be flowing back into China stocks as US stocks start selling off. Yeah, so most of the activity here, we have puts and calls, but most of the activity on Friday were calls. And just some of the spreads, you can just take a look. They are selling 90 puts, so that's bullish, and they're selling 95 calls for September 16th. So they would be expecting BABA to close above 95 plus a $3 premium, so like $98, just based off of that, right? If it came in that way. And then the rest of these are bullish. These are shorter term. These are 826. So these are going to be weeklies now. And these are just straight up buying $90 calls and $93 calls. That's as far as where the spread got filled at, right? Then the rest of the day, mainly calls. The price action for BABA overall was just down 1.2%, so not as much. And then some of the other ones, this one's actually a bearish spread, it looks like. But the spreads, like I said, are kind of in the middle for some of these, so it's hard to know if these are actually bullish or bearish. But let's just take a look at some of the better indicators that help me understand some of this. And that's going to be some of the flow level histories. We're just going to go over here. But I think when I was looking at most of this, you can just see, I think most of the premium was bullish for the most part. There is a lot of open interest right now. And then the COPE seems to be staying pretty consistent, even though the price has been coming down. So still relatively bullish on the COPE premium, or the bullish premium. But and yeah, I guess that actually makes sense a little bit, just because there's 2 million in call volume, or yeah, open interest, and only 1 million in puts. The overall like trading history here, we have bullish premium pretty much down the middle, so this one can actually go either way. And that also makes sense because we're really just waiting for a breakout, in my opinion. So either a break to the upside, if we can get above this resistance, or break to the downside if we get some sell-offs, and just break underneath. I think 89 is the target, or yeah, about 88. And we could probably sell to the downside and hopefully end up filling that gap. So that's going to be it for BABA. Waiting on the breakout, I would say. But this one can really go either way. I'm really trying to lean to the bearish, just because I really do like this cup and handle. It seems too good to be true. So that's that. What else should we do? Oh, should I mark this up here? Let me just do that really quick. What is it, BABA? I'm just gonna do everything capitalized. Puts, calls, technical analysis, breakout. Just waiting on that, right? I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. I think flow was bullish on it though. Now let's go ahead and start looking at some of these earnings plays. Don't really have many people in here right now, so I guess I'm just gonna start with some of the favorite ones, and don't really have many favorites, to be honest. Let me make sure I have all the good ones that I want to take a look at. And these are just all interesting ones. Intuitive is also another one, but honestly, it's an expensive stock, so I don't even want to play it. And I'm not gonna cover all of these in today's stream because we just don't have enough time, and I got things to do tonight. But these are just some of the bigger names. I think the best one to look at was Affirm. Probably is a good one, and I've been covering this one for a while now, since, I mean, I think it was at 39. Yeah, I mentioned this one on Twitter as well. So this one, and you can see it's actually already broken down. It looks like it's got a head and shoulders pattern, and we can just draw that really quick too. It looks kind of like a head and shoulders right here, so maybe like that. So you got a head and shoulders pattern here, somewhere like that, right? And so I'm thinking the breakdown would be to the downside, right? And so it came down. I think the so it might be near the end of the trend here for now. And so if you actually look further out, it could be forming a bigger head and shoulders. If it can hold these levels down here, which is basically $30 or $31, maybe it should go down here actually. Really, I think I could form like another head and shoulders. And I think a lot of stocks could do that too, because there's another one that was doing this. Who was it? Oh, was it Oxy or who was it? There's another stock I covered yesterday that was doing something like that. So let me see. I didn't have my coffee today, so my yeah, I didn't get coffee today, so I've been kind of chilling today, honestly. Let's take a look at the expected moves for a firm before we look at anything actually. A firm currently is going to be a 21% 0.5 move from 31. Let's just do that. It would basically be 1 minus 0.215, so 70 times, what's that, 30, 92, so to 25, about 25, 24, that would be the move to the downside. 24 all the way down here. Okay. Somewhere around this range where it's got support. Yeah. Okay, so that's the downside. The upside is going to be, yeah, like right there, and then to the upside. Bro, what the hell? 37, so back up to the highs here. What was it? 37 what? 37.50. Oops. That's the link to the YouTube. 37.50, I think, right here. Yeah. Speeding up. Okay, okay. I think I might have to take my glasses off. Yes, I wear glasses, my guy. See, party all night. Wait. Let's take a look at the firm options flow. Let's see what we got here. Firm, down the middle. Everything's down the middle. That's not helpful. Look at the flow history on it real quick. Loading. Oh, there's a huge cope spike on this. What the hell? Okay. That came in around 15 at the end of the day. Is that right? Let's look if it's bullish or bearish. It's bullish, but let's look if it's calls or puts. It's down the middle. Okay, so that's not helpful. Let me expand on that really quick and see if we can see the area. So selling puts, it looks like they're selling tons of puts. So that might be bullish because they're maybe taking premium. They're taking put. Well, let me size this up a little bit actually. Let's do like 5,000. And it was like right at the end of the day. So most of this is bullish puts. And it's for the 26. Let's look at the open interest on these. Wait, they just changed it. Oh, they moved in. This is cool. They just updated this, I guess. This is cool. Historical volume, open interest. So there's tons of volume today. 797 compared to like all these other days where they started adding these puts on the 4th of August. Then that's when it started coming down, I think, somewhere around that. No, it was like a week after actually. Anyway, it looks like they have 797 volume today. We'll see how that carries over if they're selling those puts, they might be closing them, right? Since we have decent open interest on these. 187 roll up. So we'll see if they're closing these puts, the 27 puts. I'm gonna do like a heart on this just to have it. And then there's like signals here. This trade was part of a flow alert. Click for full context. So yeah, selling more puts here as well. What's the open interest on these? We're just gonna have to click on them, I guess. Open interest on these is 500. So these could be opening positions, even though it says they're selling these. So it could be that maybe they're selling the 27s and then adding the 26s. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah. Anyway, this was the Coke spike. This is what caused this Coke spike at the end of the day. It wasn't that they were actually getting calls, so that could be misleading. There's also a gamma spike though. So that would be like calls. Let me make sure there's not like heavy calls in here somewhere. So what we're going to do is just going to clear out some of these filters. I'm going to do a firm, no filters. We're just going to size this up. Let's do like 5,000 just to see what we got. Ooh, so hardly any calls, and that's just straight up. Let me do like 10,000. Okay, let me do it really quick. So yeah, still most puts coming in. Mostly puts. They're either buying puts or they're selling puts. And that could be basically, oh, these are for 2217. Let's add like one filter on here. And that's just going to be expiration. Let's do like 32 days. Just to get some decent time on that. Okay, so there's a lot of calls for the 30s and the 33s. Let's look at these spreads really quick. Straight up just buying, it looks like. Buying. Open interest is semi-low, so like 281, 720, and pretty decent increase in volume. So these could be opening positions. I got my bag now. Okay. So like I said, this one's actually straight up down the middle, 50-50, 48%, 49%. The interesting stuff, like I said though, is this Cope spike and this and that's basically those puts. They're selling the puts, and then the gamma spike is bullish orders, bullish orders, like call buyers coming in. So that's what I was trying to find, is some of the call premium. But I ain't really seeing it, fam. I mean, there's some right here. And then there's it's a $17 put, but it's a cross order, and we actually ignore the cross orders. So I guess the next step is to go down and look at the most active change, $31.05. These are interesting, right? Oh, well, these actually expired. Never mind. I was gonna say they didn't even get these in the money, did they? No, they didn't. No, I closed at about 30.78. So nothing is interesting. These are the only other ones that are big. Everything else expired already. So the $32 calls, they're actually expensive. So for you to break even on these, it would have to close around like $35. Well, $34.84 just to break even, right? Because by Friday it would need to be 32 plus 284, which is like about 34. Just to break even. So yeah, I wouldn't get any. I usually don't do weeklies, that's why, unless you're gonna just day trade them. And probably that's what happened to most of these. A lot of this volume here, it's not gonna carry over, I don't think. So these are the only two that are active. The $30 puts, which have already huge open interest, and so they could be closing some of these. So this open interest could be coming down. As for the $32 calls, these have low open interest, so it could be that some of this open interest could be getting stuck to the, just being held overnight. But I would not recommend holding weeklies. So that's the breakdown on that. Biggest option trades for a firm, really heavy on the put side. Now, we saw Upstart, they reported earnings. And this is why, the main reason I wanted to play a firm last week, because this thing had a terrible earnings, and I think they did bad on guidance or something. and then everything else started running. So I was like, at that point, I knew a firm was like really like correlates with Upstart, but I needed to make sure that they hadn't report earnings, and they hadn't report earnings. And so I actually started like talking about this one like this week, just getting a week ahead, right? And so one way that I do earnings is I always take a look. So this is where we're at, anticipated earnings on unusual wells. I was actually looking at this week, like back on Wednesday or something. So I like to look a week ahead. So usually earning whispers and stuff, they post the earnings for that week. I like to look a week ahead. And so everything was kind of, just, lining up for me, because Upstart reported here, then this thing started going up, and I knew Upstart did bad. So I'm pretty sure that a firm was going to probably do bad or do a pullback at some point. And so I think the puts on this was pretty much a pretty straightforward thing. Just a matter of waiting. So I actually got a little bit early, but it is what it is. Profits are profits, you know what I'm saying? So that's my breakdown on a firm. At this point though, now it's like in no man's land, right? So it's already pulled back, let's say 24% in like 4 days. So now it's like, how do we play this for earnings, right? And so at this point, it might be a dud too. So even though we're anticipating a 24% move, right? Most of the premium right now is down the middle. And it's, oh no, it's a 21% move. It could be that it stays sideways. I don't really see this one going back up to 37, but it could be where many people might get puts just based off of like Upstart and stuff. But it could be that it trades sideways. Also, this still is early for it because it doesn't report till Thursday. So things can change, right? So we could actually bounce off of here and, maybe come back up and fill this gap. And maybe then that's a better opportunity to get some puts. And then you can actually get closer to the money puts a lot cheaper. Because, yeah, that would be theta decay, and then what else? Then yeah, you'd be able to get something cheaper. So I don't think a firm is like a straight up play right now, just because we've had a pretty aggressive move to the downside, about 25% in 3 days. So you could continue playing this, but the risk reward is probably not there right now. I would probably wait a little bit. My only regret is wishing I would have held this, because I actually got, so this is what happened to me. I got out of my Affirm puts. I went and got Oxy calls. Then I made money on Oxy calls, but I sold my Oxy calls way early. So timing is everything, I guess. I've just been having some bad timing. But yeah, I got calls on Oxy, I sold them at 65, and then it ended up going to 72. So it is what it is, though. I'm drinking some coffee, so hopefully this wakes me up. What's up with this one though? And then I got crushed on some Nvidia calls, but I cut those, which actually is probably the next one we should talk about. So let me type this up. Let me type some stuff up here. Let me put some stuff on here. So for what did we talk about? Oh, a firm. I think it could get calls pre-earnings. Okay, I'm sorry. Before I say calls pre-earnings, let's talk about SPY, because I think the sentiment is changing a little bit. We also, like, I don't know if you saw the last stream, but we got the homie Powell speaking on Friday. And so I think everybody's kind of like starting to realize like this run was insane, right? I'm sure there's like, I'm a big bear, so I'm a little biased, but this rally was insane. I actually like, I took out my 401k stuff. I put it in a stable fund, I think around this area here. And so now my 401k would have made a little bit more, but I'm okay cutting out that profit if the stock market could be down here in a couple months, if it breaks out of here and keeps going, then maybe I get my 401k back in an actual a mixed cycle, or so, like a mixture, right? But right now I've got it on stable funds, because my plan with the 401k is hopefully everything goes well. the market, you know, might pull back and stuff, and what I want to do is, if it comes down to like 300 something, I'm gonna have a great opportunity to like either get a good position for my 401k and really kind of, you know, expedite, or not expedite, but like accelerate like my retirement. So we'll see. Plus, it's like, I don't know, it's like hard earned money. So if you're just aware and stay like alerted of the economy and stuff, you can prevent some stuff, right? So that's my deal with that one. What do you guys think? But this was, I think everybody's talking about the SPY real quick before we talk about Nvidia. I just wanted to talk about SPY. We've had this trend. We've talked about it in the streams before. Trippy brought it up. We have, you know, we've been on this for a while. So basically everybody's talking about it too also. But what was the percent that we ran up? So 16% in about a little over 1 month. And actually, if you take a look from the bottom, that's 16%, but from the bottom to the top, it's almost 20%. A lot of people are saying that the bull run, or the bull runs back in, or the bears are done, right? Because of some Fibonacci stuff. I don't believe that. Not for one bit. I think we're still in bad territory. We still like, yeah, just the economy is not where it needs to be. You feel me? But what I'm seeing for the SPY. Hey, what's up? No one to fold them. What's up? I think I have you on Twitter. How you doing? Good idea for the 401k. Hopefully, I put in a stable fund, and just learning, because I don't mess around with my 401k. This was actually just, if I was aware of it, I would have like cashed out my 401k, you know, back here. But I like, it just hit me, you know, like back when we were down here. I was like, because I opened up my 401k for my job and stuff, and I was like, man, I should have just cashed out, or, you know, looked into what I could do about it. And there's actually like a value stable fund you can put your stuff in, and it doesn't like, it basically, your money won't like go up or go down. It will like do like a 1 or 2% return or something. It's like very small, and I think the costs are small. Just I will look that up. But I realized that down here, and I was like, man, the next bull run or whatever, no matter what it is, I'm just gonna reallocate my stuff. So I did. I saw this back here, back in like, when was it, like July or something. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to sell most of the stuff here. Obviously it broke through, so there's a little bit of gains that I miss out. Like I should have cashed out like this week or whatever. I cashed out like 2 weeks ago, so I got out a little early. But if the SPY pulls back underneath, then it's definitely gonna pay off, and I'm gonna feel a lot better about my decision. And I think, you know, just having a stable fund, like just say recession or whatever comes, like something happens crazy, they're usually like, the government will be like, okay, you can take your money out of your 401k and, you know, pay for some shit or whatever, right? Like during 2020, during the COVID and stuff, they did that. They let people withdraw money from their 401k for whatever they needed, and then you just had to pay it back or something. So let's just say like the economy gets really bad, then I have that money like as a stable, like a savings account technically, that if the government lets you withdraw it, then, you know, I would have that ability, right? But if I leave it, I mean, this is not recommendations, by the way, but like if I leave it in just a regular stock market, and then the market goes into a recession or whatever, and then, you know, everything gets really bad, I lose my job, and then also the stock market crashes, then I don't have like any cushion, right? Because my 401k came down with the stock market. So it's just something that's it's just something to think about, right? So that's okay. I don't know that anybody knew this run would be so strong. Yeah, I hate to see when people lose their hard-earned retirement investments, especially when they are trying to, yeah, exactly. So there's some people that are like there's a lot of older people at my office. So yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking for them, right? So like, I think people start moving their, I think the stable value fund, it's like a stable value fund. I think a lot of people would probably, I think that's what they use it for. It's like when people are close to retirement and maybe there's economic hardship or something. People move, if people are worried, then they move their stuff to the stable fund. I think it's meant for older people, but I'm going to take advantage of it, and because I still have plenty of time till retirement. But yeah. Where are you from though? Know when to hold 'em. Is that poker though? Because I'm a big fan of poker. I play Texas No Limit. Yes sir. Yes sir. Some pocket rockets. What's the other ones? Oh, some ducks. A pair of ducks. I don't know. Are you playing poker? Are we talking poker, or am I just assuming you play poker? Pocket rockets. What's up? The bullets. A couple of bullets. The Cowboys. I like poker though. I make some good money on it. Sometimes I lose money. I'm not actually good at it. I just like playing it. But anyway, SPY, what did I see? You can actually see it better on NASDAQ. Like you can see the head and shoulders pattern here. We talked about this on yesterday's live stream. Basically there's a head and shoulders right here, right? And so we got the neckline there, and then the distance of the breakdown is like really somewhere around this level here. And actually I've already marked that out here. So it's looking to be down to this level around 31, right? And then even on the bigger picture, if we come down to these levels, I would not be surprised if we actually touch 29, almost 30. Or yeah, 29, 30. And really, if we do break down, like this is what I'm looking like at a head and shoulders, break down to about 31, right? And at that point, I'm thinking we retouch the monthly level. Well, then here we can also maybe see another head and shoulders where we have a relief bounce, a relief rally or whatever, coming back up to, you know, underneath the highs, like right here, and then maybe get rejected. And then we're forming like a bigger head and shoulders here, right? So there we go. So that's something that I'm just looking out for. I like to some of the patterns that I like to play out. I like to just kind of see where these things could, or how they could potentially form. So that's one that I have an idea for. All right, so yeah, I'm from Texas. I don't play much. No casinos here. It's not legal in Texas? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Oh, it is legal. You probably just don't have casinos and stuff. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Because I'm like, it's in the name. Man, that sucks. We don't have casinos, but you can always drive. And there's also like the online stuff. I like to do sports wagering anyway. I'm a football guy, so. Anyway, I think I covered the SPY. This is the NASDAQ, so more like, or like QQQ, more like tech and stuff, right? You can see the similar patterns on everything. Head and shoulders here similarly, kind of. And yeah, we're gonna probably come back down. I think I covered some good stuff on my tweet. I think I posted it yesterday. These are just thoughts, by the way. Or was it SPY thoughts? Yeah, pulling back to the 200 EMA and gap fill. Yeah. Okay, so on the daily, what did I say? Yeah, so on the daily, the 200 moving average is like pretty important, right? We've been on above it for like who knows how long. We've you know, this is exactly what I'm looking at, right? So we gradually got above it for a few days, and then we got back underneath it, and then the sell-off. That's basically what looks like to be happening again, right? And not to mention the head and shoulders pattern somewhere in there, and then also the MACD crossover. So those are a few things that I was just considering. That's on. Oh, this is QQQ. Fuck. Okay. Well, same thing. And this. So on the QQQ, we're actually already underneath it. On the SPY, I think we're gonna push into it. Like, yeah, we're gonna probably retouch it. And down here we have a gap fill. I basically cleared all my stuff on this. But yeah, we have a gap fill here. So right there. And I'm thinking at the very least we probably retouch it just to quotation claim support, or you know, 420 just for the memes, right? And then 418 for the 200 moving average, which it could be that the moving average will kind of curl itself back up, and we'll kind of meet it in the middle around 420. And just depending on how we react there, that could initiate the sell-off for the gap fill, or we could actually bounce off of that moving average here. So those are my thoughts there. But yeah, the tech is already leading, and the reason that SPY is actually like holding up a little bit better is because we had energy like do really well. So if you guys were in yesterday's live stream, we talked about Oxy and stuff. So Oxy and energy, just the numbers came out on Wednesday, and it wasn't like just the supply and the storage, like what we had, the reserves and stuff. It was just shitty numbers. Like we're basically getting fucked because we're pushing out so much oil and gas and stuff, you know, like all our commodities, we're pushing them out to Europe, right? So we're paying the price. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so SPY is holding up a little bit better. You can actually see this from, if you go to sectors flow, you can see everything was crushed, right? Commodities, discretionary. Consumer staples is doing okay. And so, but energy is basically what held everything. Healthcare, for some reason, was green. You can see it visually here too. Tech, big red. And then everything else kind of neutral. And then you have, you know, just like the risk on financial stuff, just in the gutter. So, yeah. So if it wasn't for energy and like healthcare and stuff, the SPY would probably be, you know, down at 420, 418, I think. And so SPY was down 1.1%, and then this was down a lot more, right? So almost 2%. So that's that. Let me hop on back over to the earnings stuff. I think that the live stream was for earnings. Oh yeah, so the main thing, the reason I covered SPY and stuff is because I want to give a sentiment or the vibes or like what's going on into the market. I think this week will probably be more of a bearish vibe, like realistic, like reality kicking back in. So I really want to lean more bearish for some of the plays here. Affirm, I'm going to just wait to see how we open up on Monday. And if, you know, the SPY and everything kind of keeps ignoring data and stuff, then I'll probably do pre-run up calls. And then I probably will do the puts or something. The thing with the firm is, like I said, some of these earnings are duds. So you would get like for example Upstart, it just basically crushed people. And really like retail's the ones that really crushed everybody. Like I said, we had earnings that opened or closed at 60, like TJ Maxx, this is on the daily. It closed at, this one reported in the morning, so yeah, on the morning, 17. So it closed at 66, like 66.60, and it opened up at 66. So, you know, everybody got crushed over played puts. I got crushed on the puts for Ross. This one's just, you know, lesson learned. But it closed at 62 or 92, I'm sorry. And then it opened at right at 92. So my shit got wiped. I think I didn't do that bad. I think I only lost 30%, only 30%, but because it did start selling off, I just held strong these diamond hands, boy. But yeah, it was just kind of, for me, it was just like a double top up here, and really it's still technically a good play. It moves hella slow, my guy. It doesn't even move like this is $4 move, but that's because post earnings, so there's a lot of volume. But this, I don't know, I think there's still an opportunity here for that double top if it breaks like, I guess $89 or $90 if it like holds, because it got here but then it got bought back up. So if it gets back down under here, then it'd be a nice opportunity, right? And it probably, let me clear some of this out real quick. The opportunity here would be the double top, is what I'm thinking. So it'd be here to, I mean, we could just say there, and then you could just plug it in right here. So it would be like down to 86, I think, which is somewhere around some of these levels. Yeah. So that's what I would look for on Ross, but I think it needs to get underneath, what, it like $90 again? Yeah. Think that's what I saw there. Yeah, they just basically screwed me out of some premium because the earnings wasn't good, and what they saying, some of this, the only thing that they saw is like, oh, we still have like 12 billion in cash or something. So yeah, they can last, but I just think like the demand's coming down. People are starting to, it's either eat or go buy clothes, and you know, I'm trying to eat, so what's up? Anyway, yeah, just be careful with retails, and that's gonna be like Burlington. What's the other one? Dick's. I'm not even gonna play Dick's or Burlington because I got a feeling they're just gonna do the same thing, just not really move. There might be one or two that does move. I think Nordstrom might be the only one that'd be interesting to play. These just don't get enough volume. It's just heavy, floated, a lot of shares outstanding. It's just, yeah, they barely move. So I think it's just premium Steelers there. What did we say? Pre-earnings, run up for calls, and then yeah, wait on SPY, really, not just straight up get the calls. But I think we open up futures red. So with a firm, let's look at some levels. I'm just gonna wipe everything actually. Just get the vision out, you know? Or maybe I already had the stuff done, didn't I? Okay, so this could be forming a head and shoulders, I think, right? I think that's what I said. Did I say that today? So that's why I do want the pre-running calls, because we could get a relief bounce back to 35. And the reason I say 35 is because I think we have a gap up here. Let me see. Yeah, we have a gap up here. We have the gap right here. It just gapped down. Let me see. So we could like have a pre-earnings run up if the SPY doesn't care about any data. Do we have any data that comes out any time this week? I know Friday Powell speaks and stuff, but oh, and yeah, I think that's it. So we could have a relief bounce there. So people getting back into calls for this because it's been selling off, and I think that lined up with the puts. I think they were selling hella puts. Yeah. You guys, I think I already covered that earlier, so I'm not gonna go over it again. But yeah, I would look for pre-earnings run-up calls, and then I'm not gonna probably play the earnings, honestly. I've been screwed with some of my earnings lately, so just trying to do some trades. So that's a firm. Let's take a look at, and these are, if you guys want me to talk about one of these specifically, let me know. I think the next one though is gonna be Nvidia. I think Nvidia is interesting. And actually, like, I've had such a bad luck with earnings recently. I've been like, Roblox crushed me. Like, I did it. We did the play right. And then what else? It's just been nasty, bro. So yeah, Roblox, they fucked me, honestly. It came down, and then the CPI data messed me up for some reason. Let's talk about Nvidia though. So I actually saw this way early. I think I called it out. I saw the head and shoulders, and then I got calls for some reason. Because I thought it was like too good to be true, maybe. But I'm pretty convinced it's the head and shoulders now. So I ended up like cutting my losses here, and now I have puts. I think I'm up like 1% because the algos were like kind of fucking me a little bit. So what I'm seeing with the head and shoulders pattern is basically the downside. I think it's like 172 or something, like 170. And I'll probably get rid of these Monday or Tuesday. So where is that? So yeah, something like right here, and that kind of makes sense too. Also, if you don't like this head and shoulders here, you can see a bigger head and shoulders kind of on this end too. You feel that? Yes. Yeah. Which part? The where they fuck me all the time? Yeah. Yeah. So they've been fucking me. So it could be a head and shoulders pattern. The only thing is we don't have that neckline touch right there. So I gotta do a bootleg head and shoulders, kind of like this. But then it kind of doesn't work out, right? So at that point, just depending, really the line to watch for me is the whole ascending support right here, which I think we'll break it down because of our current pattern here. I think we'll break down. The futures are down. I think this was actually way down after hours too. So I'm really watching this trend here, but if it holds that trend during like market hours, then it's probably like an ascending triangle. So it's something like that. Shit, that's nasty. Let me clean that up a little bit. But yeah, like this. So if we bounce off here, then we'll probably run back up to this resistance again. I see. So right now, guess what we're doing? I think that's a good support for us. That's like gonna be what, Actually, I might need to move this bad boy up. There, I like that. This is our previous low. So I know we have lows down here, but this is the previous low. So that's where I would be looking to take profits, like 170. And I was looking at some of the earning estimates for Nvidia. I think they're like sandbagging this. Basically, they're only doing 49 cents. I don't know if that's right. So, usually they're doing like $1 and something. They're actually like doing only 49 cents. So that's because they cut down their guidance and stuff. So this might be a Nvidia call. But right now I'm looking to play to the downside. You feel me? You feel me? So right now, I mean, you can see it better on the daily, actually. It looks like an ascending triangle. Also, it kind of looks like a double top too, right here. So if we break here, then the distance would be, where would it be? It would be here. Nvidia would be, down here to 150, 148. If it's a double top, so if it's a double top here, then the breakdown would be here, which is like 168, 170. And I think that head and shoulders pattern can actually help us get to that. And then from there, if it bounces off, then it's good. But if it breaks down, then we're coming back down to 148. So those are just some patterns. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what do you guys think? Is that right? How you guys feeling the vibe? So we can get down to 170 break. That's the double top scenario. Or we could bounce off of this support here, right? And then continue going back up for the whole triangle here. Right. So that's something there, but honestly, all of that could go out the window because we have earnings on Wednesday. So I think Monday and Tuesday are definitely going to be important. And we'll see how it goes. But I haven't actually looked at the flow for Nvidia. Nvidia is usually hard to read, honestly. Let's just take a look. So those are just some things that I've been eyeing. So we see, let me just look at the overall flow. We applied 32. So selling calls is what it looks like. Bearish premium, 56%. More of that money's going into puts. Yeah, so you got like 111 million in call premium, 162 in put premium. So like a 2-to-1 or something? Nah. Like a, yeah, 2-to-1. No, 3-to-2 or something. Shit. My bad. I'm choking. Fuck. Alright, I'm back. I need to bump this premium up, man. Can't do 25K on a $500 billion company. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, 100 and something. I think it's a lot of more calls, though, honestly. There's some puts. Let's look at these puts. They're buying 190s, 190s, they're buying 190s, selling the 172. So that's actually bearish, I would say. This is for a week out. Let's look at the premium. Let's look at the visualize. Let's see the vision real quick. I'm missing out on these G. Yeah, I am, huh? 62K. So they're getting 265K. So their debit, the total spending is like 500K. Yeah, so like 496, and they have a 92% net positive. So they're basically, what they're doing is just they're bearish by getting the 190 puts, and what they're mitigating their loss by selling the 172s. And yeah, it's just cutting down on their total payment. So this is a bearish order, I would say, right? Just depending, just however some of this, I think worst case, or I think that's the best case scenario is they're actually buying the 190s and they're also buying the 172s. but I'm just being conservative here and thinking they're buying the 190s and selling the 172s, because we had a couple that came in selling. But it would be even better if they are selling the ones, or it would be even better if they're buying the 172s and the 190s. That means that they're like hella bearish, you feel me? But these are already like hella deep in the money, so that's the only thing that's kind of throwing me off. And also these are like hella small, it's like just one. Most of the stuff is up here. The 190s, the 329k premium. Semis have been strong. It's hard to say which way it could go after earnings. Yeah, I think honestly, I think AMD, like AMD and Qualcomm, like they actually, that's crazy, alright, right? So I think AMD, Qualcomm, all of them had decent earnings, but their guidance was bad. So they were able to beat, but their guidance was bad. And even though the guidance was bad, just because the SPY was in this auto buy rally, they benefited off of it, right? For Nvidia, they don't have, I don't know if they're gonna have that same luck, you know? It was just the timing, I think. Like now we might start pulling back, so bad earnings might actually like hurt them. The only saving factor for Nvidia is that they already did a preliminary results thing, so that kind of softens the blow. That was basically what happened, I think. When was it? It was this huge pullback is when they did that preliminary results. So it really did soften the blow now. So, you know, if it's bad, I don't know if it'll drop it as much. In fact, they have dividends. So, excuse me. I think, you know, this one's, it could be a dud. You know, it could just not move. It could just actually stay around this price. Let's look at some of the, I guess let's look at the expected move for Nvidia. I'm not going to play Nvidia earnings. Honestly, I'm like paranoid right now off like hella earning misses that I've done. So I don't really want to hold into earnings. The expected move is 7.1%. So that I don't give a fuck what they feel. So to the upside would be like 192. It'd be like somewhere up here, yeah, to the top end, which makes sense. Let me mark that out really quick. So mark top end would be up here, and then to the downside would be 1 minus 0.078. Wait, it was 1, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, then 178, 165. Yeah, 165 is down here. So the previous low, let me copy that right here, right down the middle. I'm thinking to the downside pre-earnings and then just get out, just take my profits and then, you know, live to fight another day. I want to go back to some of the premium though, just to get an idea of where the COPE is. So maybe the best place is actually here. So COPE has been coming down, but I want to look at an overall like trend. COPE, I gotta get rid of flow ratio, don't use that. COPE was spiking up here and it caused the price to go up. And then now it's actually starting to come down and it hasn't like really recovered. In fact, there was a big COPE drop near the end of the day. So I am leaning bearish short term, and that's good because I have puts. So that's good, that's good, that's good. Let's also look at some of this. I like to look at the flow history. I'm gonna look at bullish premium, and ooh, that's spicy. You see, so total open interest is near the high. So usually there's the most money going in right now, I would say, most activity. And then let me just hide the price. You can see bearish premium is actually leading now. We got 154 versus 113, 549. So yeah, bullish premium is leading now. That's good. As far as like, let's just link that up to puts and calls. There's more calls that are bearish, I would say. Where the hell is it? Okay, this is put in call volume. So there's still more call volume, but the overall premium is more bearish. So it could be that they're cutting their calls, or they're actually taking profits. Yeah, they're taking profits or selling premium. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Overall bullish premium 41%. Been kind of weak. This is the only outlier, but yeah. So there's a lot of call volume actually, surprisingly, but it's only 41%. Not much help there, honestly. To be honest, let's be real. Earnings are always hard to play though. Like, knowledge. No, I don't know. I don't know what to call you. Hold 'em. Yeah, I'm just gonna call you hold 'em. I'm not sure if you're in here still, but I'm just gonna know when to fold 'em. I'm just gonna call you fold. No, I can't call you fold. Calling you fold 'em would be an insult. So I'm gonna call you hold 'em because that's more of a strong adjective or yeah. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Biggest option trades for Nvidia, hella puts. I don't care about these January. The puts for 320. Why are they so out the money though? I'm hella confused. You guys know why they do this? Like this is 280. They're never gonna. You good with that? Yeah, I'm gonna call you hold them because hold them would be an insult. I'm showing it would be an insult. I'm gonna have to call you hold them. So how you guys feeling for Nvidia and stuff? Obviously the pattern, we got the trend going, and let's see it on like a 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart's cleaner. Just because we got more candles, more detail. Yeah, so I think maybe we'll see this, how it bounces, how it reacts here at this level. We can bounce off, or it can be GG for real, and we're coming down here for a double test of that double top. And we need to retest this right here, this pivot point. Yes, sir. But hopefully, I think futures are red. I think they'll be red. So I'm gonna play this to the downside. So let's just go ahead and mark that up. Do that right quick. Pre-run down. Pre-run calls. Let's cut the crap and just do the puts. Yeah, puts. And let me just pre-calls. Pre-run. Pre-calls. Nah, that's like a prenup. Pre-call. Pre-run puts. Pre-run calls. I haven't had great luck with earnings either. I have a bit of a bearish bias, so usually I lean that way and I have to fight it. I feel you. I feel you. You know what's happened? We talked about one stock. Was it you? Was it you who talked about one stock? What was it? Was it like Lily or something? What was it? The fuck was it? Lily or something? Lily. Maybe it was Lily. Li and Company. Was it this one? Yeah. This one started gassing up. Yeah, there we go. This one. Where's the 15-minute? I had this marked up. Yeah, so this was actually a good play. Once it broke this trend though, then it started pulling back. But it's healthy, right? It was healthy. So then it kept going. I don't know. Did you make bread on this or what's up? With that double top. Yeah, it was clean. It was clean. It was clean work. It's clean work. It's not much, but it's honest work. Feel me? Everything's hella scary though. So now we can actually move this bad boy out here. And it's looking more like a channel, a clear channel. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's hella nice. So I'm still trying to learn the MACD though. So it's crossing over right here. So that initiated the pullback. It's doing that now. Initiated the pullback. So maybe we come back down and retouch the previous highs, which is what, like 120, so about $2. I just think like some of these expensive stocks are like too rich. Like the premiums are expensive and they don't move that much. Well, they did. I mean, I guess it did move a lot on Friday, but yeah, I haven't had much luck with anything lately, honestly. I think the biggest insult for me was Roblox. And now it's actually pulling back and stuff. So I mean I already knew puts for this. This was my play of the year. Honestly, I was looking forward to it. And then I got crushed. Well, actually Roblox or not. Roku was a good play that I did a while ago, but yeah, no, this CPI thing just really fucked me. It doesn't even make sense because now it's actually coming back down. Hopefully it does get better, man. There's been some BS lately, but I think the reality is starting to hit, and I think most of this stuff is gonna be real, like based on forecasts now. Like AMD, Ross, all these forecasts were not great, but they still got rewarded, right? But I think if the sentiment in the stock market changes, then forecast really will mean a lot more, right? Because the economy's in the shithole right now, I think. Is that a word? Yeah, I think so. I think it is a word. This is probably the biggest one for me this week. Toll Brothers. This will probably be the one that I do end up playing into earnings. I think this is a construction company, I believe. Engages design, building, manufacturing, finance, detached homes in residential communities. So I think a lot of demand is going to go down for housing, right? And I might need to go to a daily time frame. And yeah, we've got, what is this? This was, they went up actually. So was this earnings at close? So they closed at 44, went up to $3. Okay, so it's not a big move expected move stock. What the hell am I saying? Oh, okay. So this one is gonna move 6.8%. 6.8%. Do 1 minus 0.068 times the price at right now, 47. 44, that would be like down here. What are the puts looking like right now? Go to pull. Let's go to option chains, and we'll take a look at this 816 or the 826. There's already more bearish premium on these 44s. Is there anything to the upside? There's not really much. Well, there's some big ones, 51s. Ooh. Is there anything down here though? I think this one might be a surprise one, like a sleeper one, right? Like people aren't expecting it to move, but maybe it does move. This one, let's look at when they started opening up these contracts. They started opening these contracts. Oh, these are like a month old. So they paid like 165. They're currently 45 cents. So these are probably bag holders. Nah. Let's look at these 51s. They just started adding these. Look at this. They started adding these 2 days ago. So they paid about 65 cents. Yeah, these might be the go-to for calls actually. So I was leaning bearish based off the economy, but maybe it's a surprise beat. Interesting. And they always beat. They technically always beat their earnings. Now, whether they move up or down, that's a different story. But yeah, they move down, but their earnings are always beating. But economy-wise, I am concerned, but maybe it's a beat, you know? It's a surprise beat. There's really nothing on technicals on here. It's straight up sideways for the most part. Let's look at some flow for it. Get the flow. Obviously, the chains was the interesting ones. What was it? The 51s? No. Yeah, the 51s. What's the upside? What was the upside for the upside? We said to the downside 44. I didn't get the upside actually. 44. So let me mark that real quick. Over around here. 44. And then to the upside it would be 6.8. Is that what it is? Let me make sure. Yeah, 6. Okay. 47. This one reports on a Tuesday. Wait, what am I doing? $50. Yeah, so 50 back up to the upside. I might get calls on this actually. Just a couple. Just based off of this. Like the open interest on these came in like just a few days ago. Right? So they started adding them on the 17th, really 16th. They were 0 before. They started adding them. They're bullish. There's a lot more volume on these 50s as well. So maybe I get the 50s actually. Maybe get the 50s instead of the 51s. The 51 would just be a bonus. I agree with the economy. This past month has been a rough trading. It has, for real. But I think there was like a day or two like this past week where like everything was just like chill and I was being bullish with everything. And it just felt normal, like, and it felt nice to make some money, you know? So based off of the chains on this, there's like really more activity to the bullish. There's the 50s and the 51s. with recent volume coming in, these were like more bag holders, I think. Let's look at some of the other ones. The 44s were the ones that had bag holders. Yeah, no, it was like hella chill. It was just reminding me of the old days when I could just like trade. Because in the back of my mind right now, there's like the recession fears, right? So anything can flip at any second. So I'm always on alert. But like once we like get through that recession and the market starts recovering, then like the worst case scenario is behind us, right? Because the recession already happened or the crash or whatever happened. So at that point, it's just one less variable to worry about. So I can trade a lot easier, a lot more, calm. Like right now, I'm so paranoid that anything can flip right now because it's so driven on data and stuff. But after it happens, then, I think just trading will come easier. These are the ones that are increasing. When did they start increasing these? Now. So these are still kind of low. I mean, they're not really increasing in volume. I mean, they are, but they're not increasing in open interest. Yes, yeah. So hopefully, can't wait till that happens. Can't trust this current market for sure. I don't know what I don't know how people like are so bullish on stuff like that whole rally. I missed out on most of it because back in my head I was just, you know, I have trust issues. I think that's what it is. I want to look at these 47s too though. They just started adding these a few days ago, 200, and they keep adding. So it started with like 200, 277, 276, 291. Is there any stocks that you guys are watching or that you're watching that you guys want me to cover or look? Just give my opinion. Obviously, it's not going to be the best, but it's honest. I think 47s might be actually something to look at. These, they're bearish. They just started opening these up. So what I usually like to do is like I'll add these to a watch list, like the actual chain. So for tolls, I'm going to add the 47s puts. I'm also going to add the 50s calls for 826. And actually, I also want to go further out and just look 1 week ahead. Let me look at the IV crush on these really quick, because it's something I haven't been showing you guys, but I like to look at IV crush for earnings. Let's go here. So for Toll Brothers, we got IV crush of 13% on average, so that's good. Implied move was 26%, but on average it's 13%. So this is a low IV crush earnings stock, so that's good. So we can play straight up calls or puts. We don't have to do any crazy strategy. Let's go back to this. No, let me look at the chains. I think we're basically done with this one, honestly. There's nothing on the other ones. There's puts down here, but let me look when these came out. These just came out. They're fresh off the bakery. That's really it. So for next week, there's no volume for anything here. There's a little bit on these 43 puts. So the only ones I'm gonna have on my list are 47 puts for 826, the 50 calls for 826, and then the 902s for 43 puts. I'm gonna add those to my list. I'm gonna watch the chart. On the chart, there's really nothing here, honestly. I mean, we technically have like we had like a support that we broke, and it might be like doing a bear flag. So kind of like a bear flag here. Just you got your pull. I guess your pull's all the way up there. I was just gonna say your pull's here. Let's just be conservative and do that. And then you have your pull here. So we have a bear flag, and then we could copy that down here. And so it'll probably come down to like $1. I don't know, man. I'm feeling like, yeah, and that would come down to this low here, which is right here. Right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we maybe have a little bit downside, but this stock doesn't really move much. Just gonna watch it. I am leaning towards the 47 puts and the 43s for the week after. So we'll look at that. Just based off the economy. I think housing and stuff is slowing down. And yeah, I think let's do that. Let's do puts. I'm just gonna do straight up puts on this one. Alright, if I die, I die. We're gonna do that there. Splunk Salesforce, no, I think those are interesting plays, and I haven't even given them enough attention. I probably should. I've been doing like boomer shit right now. Zoom, I don't think Zoom's gonna be that interesting. Zoom for like, I think staying at home and shit, it's like dying, right? Unless we get the monkeypox, that nonsense that they're trying to throw at us. I haven't charted this in a while. So what we have here on Zoom, I guess you can really throw technicals out the way right now with earnings, but I'm gonna keep this up here actually. So we just broke trend. Honestly, let's get that. And then, I mean, technically we're at support. So we could bounce off here and try to get back in trend. Let me look at the implied move for this real quick. This is for Monday actually, so 14%, 14.4%. Peloton has been getting some attention lately. Oh yeah, what happened with that one? What they do over there? What they doing? What they doing over there? It's like bullish attention or negative attention? Because I think I'm bearish on it, but then there's like always the stakes, like people buying the stake in it or maybe getting acquired and stuff. So some of that nonsense always like messes up with my thesis too. Is that right? 85? Let me make sure I did that right. Well, yep, 85.6 times 99. Okay, so 85 is the downside. So down. Okay. And I guess 114 would be the upside for Zoom. So 114 would probably be the upside, just based off like math. And the downside would probably be like the downside we actually did it. It's like down to this low. Peloton. Let's do Peloton. Peloton, where's it at now? Where's it trading at? Peloton. Ooh, it's actually getting some attention. So is this the final run, or is this just a minor pullback? Let's do some fibs on it. So it'll probably keep coming down at 1070, I think. Yeah, it's probably going to come down to 1070 if that's the actual top. I would say 1070, especially with the bearish market. 1070, and then maybe you can get your calls if you want them. Yeah, I think it hasn't been as profitable this year. Yeah, I think they lost like their business demand because of everybody going outside. On the 1 hour, it looks like it's holding off the 200 moving average, which is good for it, I think. So it's got a good support there. So it might bounce off, come back up to these highs here. Or is it like 12? So about 60 cents to the upside. But I would be looking at the downside just based off some fibs, you know, slap on the fibs. And so I got the 38 here, which is there, and then the 61, which isn't really lining up. So maybe we need to move this bad boy up. So yeah, right here. So 1091, 1093. That makes more sense. I think I would play this to the downside. But we'll see how it reacts here at the 1 hour. It's like looking good because it held the 200 moving average. Or yeah, the EMA. The other line was like what, 1093 or something? Like down to this low right here. So it's kind of in the middle right now. It might go back up to this and then come back down. Let's actually throw in this resistance here. So actually it could come up to about, maybe it just comes up to this level here, like 12, and then it comes down. Yeah, I don't know if it'll come all the way up. And then we have the 50 moving average there too. So it'll probably meet the moving average here somewhere around this level. So like 12, like 30 cents, and then it maybe comes back down. Plus we have like resistance here at 12. Is that 12? It's 1190, 12. Yeah. Okay. Let me look at some of the, what's the implied move for this? I don't want to play this one because it's such a cheap stock. 21.6%. Let's do that really quick. 1 minus 21, 21.6. Is that right? 6, yeah. Peton 78%. I would play this to the downside, but based off like, so PayPal and Pinterest, they got stakes and stuff, and somebody I think was interested in Peloton too. So that's why I would want to play it to the upside, but business wise, I want to play it to the downside. So 78% times 71, so $9. Let me look at the chains for it. And also let's look at the flow for it. And we need to cut this down to 25K at least. So they're selling calls, 9.2s. These are actually short term. 25K, 28K. These are spreads. Let's look at the spreads. Buying puts. Oh, they're buying and selling puts. So buying 7s, buying or selling 9s. This is bullish, right? Then they're selling 9s and buying. This is bullish too. This is all bullish, I think. Obviously, this last one doesn't really matter. The size is just like 1. Most of the money is actually on these 9s and 8s. But I would say it's still bearish. I don't think there's a way where they... Yeah, these are bullish actually, I would think. And then these are calls. These are 902 calls. Let me look at the open volume on these. So 15 volume. Where's most of the volume for next week? We're talking about... did we do the upside for this? I don't think we did the upside. It would be 12126 times 11. What was it? 1171, I think. So 14. So the 14s are going to have the most open interest. It's are the 1350s for next week. When did they start getting this volume for them? Just recently, actually. Yeah, just recently, I would say. They started picking up the calls, like, I mean, Friday, obviously, but before that, it was only like around 400. So these are something that I'll watch. So let's just, how do I heart this? These are 1350s. Okay, so Peton 1350s. 1350s. And what is this? 11s. But that's not really out the money. The 1250s. These are big too, I guess. But these are bearish. These are... So what they could be doing is they're selling these and buying these. So just, and that's actually a bearish, this bearish spread. Let's see if it has those orders in there somewhere. So 50, so when it has like similar volume, sometimes you can kind of relate those to the same as a spread. So let me look. Let's look. Show flow. Maybe we can find some of the orders. So Peton, are there any spreads in here? A couple spreads in here. These are just ones. Let's bump up the size on this. Do like 20. They're not spreads. They're just straight up selling them or buying them. So 12. So early in the day, they were buying calls. Did I have a bullish day and then it had a bearish? What happened to it on Friday? Where's Friday? Friday starts on the, what, 19th? Yeah, 19th. So it just straight up sold off. So they were they buying calls? Why am I just lost myself. They were buying calls around 10 o'clock, and then they started selling them around, I mean, I guess the same day. So maybe most of this doesn't carry over. What do you think? 1350s are still going to be interesting in the 1250s. Yeah, it sold off and then it made a run. Yeah, it looks like it made a run at the end of the day. On the 15-minute, it's got some gas. It's got some steam on the MACD. I mean, I could come back up to this level here, so it would make sense to come up to 12, I think. And then maybe get the puts, I think. What is my custom flow? This is just weird. I think the spread sometimes messed me up. You didn't trade it, missed out, but maybe I should look at it more. Yeah, I completely forgot this one. Like, it just fell off the earth for me. I don't like the daily on this because it's not enough data. I think I will wait to see how it reacts around this resistance and then maybe get puts. Just because I'm bearish on the market, so it'd be a good way to get puts. I want to know who bought a stake in this though. Didn't somebody buy a stake in Peloton? Or somebody wanted to buy it? Peloton. I'm gonna have to look at the stake. I think there was somebody reported looks to sell up to a 20% stake. This was on May. Right, let me see. I'm gonna share it with the people here. We don't want to explore now. Close. Someone. Oh, what? Yeah. So in February, Peloton Connected Fitness Pioneer cut 28 jobs. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. And they actually, I mean, actually that's good because they got ahead of the curve. They were doing their shit way ahead of people. So it could look good on their earnings too, right? Like they've already been adjusting to a lot of the economic stuff ahead of people. So that's another reason to be bullish on Peloton, I guess. But it's already a shitty company. Really good at fucking with me. Peloton outperforms Friday, making the biggest moves. Oh, they boosted the target to 13 bucks. Strategies. There's a stake. 5 million stake from what? JP Morgan? No, Wealth Strategies has a what? Peloton Strategist reduces position shares. I think this is completely somebody else. That's not who I was looking for, guys. Shares acquired. They don't care about Peloton? This was the big news Friday, though. Warren Buffett gets permission to buy half of Occidental. Yeah, that was the big juicy one. Zooming in for sued for unlicensed. I guess there's nobody buying Peloton. I do like that they cut their jobs early though. They could bounce back off like, but also looking at they're hella expensive machines. That's another thing. Is like people don't want to buy a hella expensive machine. Not right now. They're trying to eat. I'm gonna wait for the bounce here up to this level, and then I'm gonna look for some. Maybe I need to do this. So wait for the bounce there, and then come back down. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Then it's gonna go backwards for us. It's gonna do a backflip. Alright, I'm gonna shut up. Yeah, we're doing puts on Peloton, I think. I didn't look at all the flow. Maybe I should do that. I'm just gonna slap the puts logo on there. Peloton. Bruh, come on. It's not gonna do no backflip. Bearish selling calls. Yeah, so sell your calls. Nobody cares anymore, but even go green when I think they can't. For real, dude. It's insane. I'm gonna cut down some of the premium juice just so I can get some more volume in here. Plus, we're gonna be doing our exercise in the metaverse now. Like, you don't need the Peloton, you feel me? There's really not much activity on here. I need to cut this bitch down. I mean, slides. Just get rid of that one. So 5K premium. So most of the activity leaning bearish, even though there's yeah, there's the premiums down the middle. Yeah. Okay. These 826s are looking spicy. These are kind of expensive, but these might be the ones. Let me go back to the chains here. Yeah, these right here. The 11s. Yes, sir. And then these are probably the bag holders. Wait, did we say these were bag holders too? Let me look when they started loading these up. Yeah, they've been bag holding for a while. 808's not too far though. It's only like a week out. Where was Peloton a week out? Ooh, it was near the back. It was in the top up here. Yeah, oh, so they're up. So I think, so they started adding, let me cut some of this nonsense. It's a lot of noise in here. These are the 11 puts. They started buying these like on the 5th. Oh, okay, I thought they were getting them on the 4th, the 5th. Oh, they're probably break even right now. Probably down a little bit. They got crushed. Market makers getting crushed. I feel it, I feel it. I wish I could open this up a little bit more, but they're playing on me right now. Those are the 11s though, so they're just not picking those up. These are the 1150s. These are picking up too, and these are actually more recent. These are the ones that, yeah. Come on, man. Let me move it slowly. So, slowly increasing. You can see slowly increasing. It's honest work, honestly. Like, little bit by little. And I'm a troll right now. These are bullish too. What are they doing with this? I don't think these are just premium getters. They're just stealing premium at the 6s. There's not enough. It's not enough juice down there. I think the 11s are interesting because did they back hold? Let me see. No, they're just now recently adding. I think, yeah, like last week 214 and 812. They doubled already in a week, which is not much, but I want to look at these 15s too. These are still increasing too, honestly. You would think they're taking their profits, but nah. This one had 1100s, so what they might be doing is maybe they're closing out the 1100s and rolling them down to the 12s, to the 11s, I'm sorry. But that's, we'd have to look further into it. I don't have enough time for that. But Python puts based off economy, bullish. This was weird too, right? 1350s. They had, damn, they just had the bump up on the 15th. Here's the 15th. So they're probably selling those. I would think they had to be selling these if they're adding them right now as it comes down. Yeah. Shit's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. If not, we'd all be rich. What was I doing with this custom fill? Look at the spreads on this. You're not gonna open up the spreads for me? Oh, she's not gonna open up the spreads. She's not gonna spread them. Damn. I need to bump this up to like 8K. Still, most of the orders are bearish. I think that's what we can assume, right? Even at the end of the day, they're probably getting rid of their calls. End of the day run, they got rid of the calls, they bought puts. Let's go with that story. Yeah, $11 puts. Yeah, I like these. Oh, this is 11 o'clock though. What the hell? Man, unusuals be tripping me sometimes. Like the tags be throwing me off. This is like hella early. This is like 11 o'clock. This is during lunchtime. Okay, so we're gonna just have to go somewhere else for this juice. Go to the flow levels. Coke spike. Oh, you see that Coke spike. Okay, price is going up. Coke spiked long ass time ago. So it doesn't even correlate here. Doesn't correlate. There's more calls. Damn. There's more call volume. Open interest on the call side. So maybe we're thinking this is going to go down and then we get the calls to throw off the market makers. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna post that I'm gonna get puts and I'm gonna get calls because that's how I'd be working lately. We could be making another head and shoulders though. Where is it? We could just do something like this. No, that's not right. That'd be a head and shoulders. Let's extend this. The extendo. Maybe it's a head and shoulders. There's no telling. Maybe, yeah, maybe we should stay away from this. It's a cheap stock. I completely forgot they reported. If I have some bread left over from my losses, then I'll play it. Nah, I'm hoping to take a win this week for sure. I think the interesting ones are JD and some of the other Chinese stocks. I already got Baba. I don't know if you guys saw Baba, but that's gonna be a good play. I think it's getting ready for something. So we consolidating. And I think what I was talking about earlier is the China stocks were outperforming during June when the market was going down. So if the market starts going down, the Chinese stocks could start going back up. So you guys can correlate that right here. So for example, June or end of May, June, everything China related started going up. SPY started coming down in June. June started coming down. You can look at it with another one too, Pinduoduo. May, everything started gassing for anything China related. So if the SPY it's going to start pulling back down again, then everything, all the money might be flowing back into China. So that's what I'm looking for. Baba is possibly to the upside, but we also have a cup and handle, and we have like the nice little cup for tea and the handle to grab that so you don't burn yourself. And we have a gap down here. So depending on how we react to this resistance here, we could break back out, maybe hit 95. If we break back under 98, then I'll look for that gap fill down here. So this one's still kind of either way, let's be real. But this is interesting. This is one of my big plays for next week. And just following up with that, that's why I want to talk about JD, because they have earnings on Tuesday. So I think it's like a $50 stock, yeah. Let me see. Let me clear some of this nasty stuff. Wait, what did I have? I had resistance up here, had a support, and that didn't work out. Okay, let's get rid of that. So now it looks like it's a wedging. Is it wedging or what? Just throw that there. What do you guys think? Something like that. Maybe something cleaner. Maybe I can move this up here. The channel looks like a channel. Looks more like a channel now. Yeah. So maybe it's not just yet time to get this one. Where's the supports at for this? Down here. It's coming down to that support. Actually, I can move this thing down a little bit more right there, which would be like 54 still. Yes, just a little bit more bearishness on this one. What's the expected move for this though? Let's take a look at that. 7.5% on 54. JD stocks, what does it do normally? Does it beat? Yeah, it normally beats. Does it move up though? Let's look. Here, reported in the morning, it did move up actually. 51 to 55. So it doesn't move much here. In the morning, it kind of moved down, kinda, just a little bit. It's actually a cheap stock though. Hasn't done well. What do they do though? I don't know what they do. Technicals are saying sell. Analysts say buy. What's e-commerce? E-commerce have been doing bad, right? Sorry, I'm like dying over here. E-commerce been doing bad, so fuck. Yeah, what did Shopify do for earnings? Real quick, let's see. Oh, they missed. Yeah, ooh. Shopify missed. What else? Is JD a Chinese stock? They probably beat though, because they didn't they have lockdowns. Let's take a look at their website. What kind of shit do they sell? 90% orders. Authentic products delivered today. Visit main site. Let's take a look. Alright, let me read through some of this real quick. I'm kidding, I can't read this shit. It looks like it's an Amazon. So Amazon did good, I thought. Yeah, I can't read any of that. But Amazon did good, I believe. Let me look at some of their... Did they? Oh, this Amazon, is it the right stock? No, they missed. But they moved up. Oh. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, it's because they were running off that sympathy play. The stock market was just on something else. Yeah, it was during that bull rally. So the bull rally started back here. And it was already just like, oh, things weren't as bad, so let's buy it up. But now, oh, this is actually gonna be a nice play. I completely forgot about Amazon. After that earnings beat, I just let it go because it was like it gapped up. I didn't care about it, but now we have a gap fill that we could possibly fill. Bad means good now. Yeah, exactly. JD China stocks. I'm trying to think what the timeline is for China. Were they in lockdown and stuff, or were they added lockdowns? JD XPIF might be the play though. XP Li Auto, I'm just browsing through the China stuff right now. But Li Auto, I think they beat. Did they beat? Oh no, they missed. Did they do anything though? What's up with them? Before market open, they reported. They closed here, and they gapped down. So they didn't do anything for earnings. XPIF is in a downtrend too, near support levels. So what we thinking 20 is in the books? Let's look at some flow, because usually stuff that doesn't get this much volume usually tends to do some nice moves. Like in the flow wise. Selling calls, hella bearish. This is for today. 32 days out. Let's just get rid of some of these, see if we get something coming in. Not much. They're buying puts. So they're all bearish. Buying, selling. Hey, okay. Okay. So most of the money is bearish on this. We'll close that JD. Let's look at this. P-Town we're not playing. Let me get rid of that stuff real quick. Analyst, Cope drop. Did this drop today or what? How much is it down? Almost 4%. Yeah, I think we probably keep coming down. Don't you guys think? To 20? Yeah, this might be a good play. To 20, down to 20. And then just take your profits. It's hard to believe this would go down under 20, but let's throw this resistance here. 1850. I think that'd be the downside to it. Let's look at the Cope drop came down, Gamma came down. That's good for bears. Making sense. See the vision? I see the vision. Just based off like the data here, you feel me? Bearish premiums leading. Where's the put and call volume at? Let's get rid of these. There's more call volume, but it's coming down and the put volume is increasing. So that's good for bears, right? Cope is went up, which just doesn't make sense. It came down though. There's more calls. So contradicting again. Let me go to overview and see most active chains. What's going on here? $22 calls. $22 calls. This is for 23s, but they're all bearish. But there's open, there's like low open interest, high volume. So let's open these up because these are interesting. Yeah. So 57% premium bearish. Look at the spreads. We gotta add some premium in here. Let's do like 1,000. Just that's all that came in. This was early in the day. They sold all this for like 106. They ended up closing at 74, so they're already like up about 0.5%, like 40%. Yeah. So I don't think we close above 22, right? Because this had a low open interest and they just straight up sold those. So now they're basically going to be worthless on Monday. And they report Tuesday morning. What's the expected move for this? Look. Sure if I see the vision just yet, 9.8. So like $2, I think. 1 minus 0.8. Oh, that's wrong. 1 minus 0.098 times 21.25, $19. Let's look at the chains on that for next week. Ooh, 10K premium volume. Okay. So, hella bearish. Where's the 19s at? They're buying the 21s. Is there anything down here? There's really nothing down there. Most of the volume's on the call side. So even though this is bearish, it doesn't mean it's like technically bearish, but it looks like they were selling those for premium. And then it came down and they already lost like 50% of their value on the, what was it, the 22s or the 23s? Forgot which ones we looked at. 22s, or both of them actually. Because both of them have low interest. These have 2,000 volume, and then the 22s. I just clicked on the same one, didn't I? 22s, 23s, 1,500. So these have a little bit more open interest. They actually ended up, let's just open this one real quick. Damn. They're buying these, I think. They're buying the 22s. It looks like they're buying more of the 22s. So let me make sure. Do 1,000. Oh no, they're selling them. What the fuck? What am I doing? I need the 23s though. Let's do the 23s. I clicked on the 22s. The 22s, they're selling. No. We're gonna get this shit straight. At the end of the day, they're buying them, so they could be buying these back. They bought them for around 49 cents. And at the end of the day, they're 40 cents. So that's like 20%. So these are holding up a lot better for them. Right? 23s, where's it at? 23s here. To complete my world. So the upside, so the downside was what? 19, 16. Look at that. Damn. That's where we're shooting at. And then for the upside, what was it? Fuck, I forgot. Times 1.098. 23. I think they might beat. I'm leaning bullish. Feeling bullish. The auto, did they do anything? What did they do? What did they end up doing? They missed. They went down, okay. Neo, has Neo reported yet? No, they haven't reported. This was actually near support though. Let me check it out. Oh no, it broke support. Fuck. Wrong one? Yeah, it's at the support. What is this, 19 or what? 18? Alright, let me go back to XPath. That shit's not easy though. I'm gonna give it to you. It goes all the way back there. What else you see? You guys see anything? So after we consolidated for a while, we dropped, sold off, because this was a good support for it. Let me slap that on there too. So I think we come down to 20. I think we come down to 20. I think it's in the books. 20, and then maybe get the calls for earnings. Okay. Let's do that. Where the hell is it? Oh, up here. I don't know. Am I crazy on this one? You guys are probably going to laugh at me. Pre-run, puts, and maybe get a call. Yeah. I'm getting mad cake. I think it's going to come down to, what, 20 or something? Because they're selling the calls, but then earnings could not be as bad. I think XPen has good cars, right? Shit. Did they move up on this last earnings? If they beat, do they move up? Barely. Yeah, maybe just play the puts. Maybe just play the puts down to the 2019 level. Yeah, let's just play the puts. And it got rejected here. Let me see the vision real quick. Yeah, it got rejected right here. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with puts for down to 20, and then I'm not gonna play it for earnings. Too much risk on that one. Man, I had a bad day. I wish I would have seen this earlier. Damn. There's just so many stocks in the market. XPEV. Let's look at some puts to look at XPEV for next week. So these are $20. The $20 strikes are 50 cents. And they're buying the 21s. The 21s might be nice. Get in and get out. Where's it at right now? 21? Yeah, 21 puts. $21 strike puts. I'm gonna add those to my watch list for XPEV. Man, we're not doing good today, honestly. Usually I'm a little more confident in some of these plays today. Salesforce and Snowflake. Let's talk about the big ones. Elephants in the room. Salesforce, Snowflake, Splunk. I've been talking about nonsense all string. Snow. Yeah, I've been nonsensing away. We got a clear trend line here, fellas. I think it's pretty clear, right? This one, see if we can get this one. Go in here too. Something like that, I think. Alright, where's the supports at? Where's some supports at? We got supports right here. There. It'll probably come back down, I think. This doesn't move that much though, does it? It moves like, oh, it did move pretty good. $8. Interesting. It's near the high too. Well, no, never mind. Just take my shit back. Okay, let's look at a smaller time frame. I think we're gonna come down and touch 45. I think it's good. But I would wait for a retouch of like 57 maybe. See if it gets back up here. Because it looks like it was trying to curl back. Got some room back up to the midpoint there on the MACD D. Yeah, I would wait to see if we can get puts here and then come back down. So that was like a good example of that is like Nvidia. So remember I told you guys I got calls. I got calls, right? And I got calls like, I think like right here, like 181 or something, or 180. And then it came down and I held. This was a bear flag here for me. So once it broke down, I was like, it usually retouches the thing. So I cut my losses here. And then I got puts. So I'm like barely up on my puts, but I'm leaning bearish on Nvidia. Anyway, let me go back. So right now we're like retesting some of these levels. So it could just be we retest 155 or 157. But then I would get the puts because I think the overall trend is bearish, and we'll probably retest 145. Yes, sir. Plus we got like some resistance up here anyway, so we can actually do a channel right here. Yeah, we can get rid of these lines. Yeah. There we go. That looks good. And then what else? Y'all see the vision yet or no? We gotta look at the anticipated earnings. Man, this live stream is gonna suck for people rewatching it because we had so much downtime. 13%. 153.94 times 87. 133. That's gonna be spicy. Let me go to the options flow for this. Why did I click overview though? I meant we can look at the overview real quick actually. Let's see what's the vibe real quick. So COPE is increasing. It's been decreasing though. So this big COPE drop, they've been chilling on their puts or something, and then they finally came through. Let me look at the volume, see what we're talking about. Well, let me look quickly at flow history. Overall, total open interest, kind of down the middle, 145 and 155. And then COPE increased, decreased, gamma increasing. I've always been bearish on Snowflake, but they might be 819, 826s. We need the 826s. Where are we at right now? 155. And we said 170 something. No, 133 is the downside. Let's see what's going on down here. The 140s have open interest. Let's see when they open these up. They just started adding these like on just the 17th. Let me see what it was doing on the 17th. 17th? So they started adding stuff right here for the 140s. So that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, they started adding these just a few days ago. Looks like they're slightly adding a little bit more there. So 140s for 826. Okay, Snow. 140 puts on watch. What else is in here? Anything strange? 150s. When did they started talking about these? About the 117 also. The 817. Okay. Let's see if there's anything up here. There's the 200s. Okay, let me do the upside of this. It's 13% to the upside. Times 153.94, so 173. So let's go back up to the 70s area. So these are the ones that these are the only ones that I see, and then the 75s. These are kind of bullish. And these, they've kind of been wishy-washy with it. 817, they had 1,000 interest, and they came back down, and now they're back up. And they just added these calls. Okay, let's look at the 65s. These are probably the interesting ones. 500 though. These have been big consistently since August. 805. What was it doing? 805. Oh, down here. Yeah, so they might just be. They're probably. Are they up on these? Let me see. 805. They paid 15. No, they're down on these. What idiots. They should have taken profits. Yeah, that's what happens to me though. I never know how to take profits. I mean, I'm sure somebody took profits. These are the 165s. The 140s, I think, are interesting. I'm going to probably play this to the downside. The 140s are only 430. So I can probably get a few of those. And if the expected moves is 133, let's look at where it's at. Earnings, they are usually wins. They usually beat on earnings. Daily, didn't move at all. Damn, they surprise beat. This was after close, but they ended up moving down. So they closed at 133 and then moved down to 115. Interesting. and then they gap down. So even though they've been beating, they moved down. This might be a straight up put. Straight up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's look at some of the other flow, though. Snow might be a sleeping beauty. Wait, what? What if it's a dud, though? I think snow puts. I'm gonna risk it. Fuck them. Then you get what you deserve. There's a lot of call activity for some reason. Is there any puts? There's a lot of calls. I'm just like, this was what surprised me here. They beat here and they gap down. Is that right? They beat and they gap down. It got bought up, right up. But they still opened down. So 116. Yeah, that's what's weird. So honestly, I think we come back down. So we got like a clear expanding channel. Oh, shit. The mouse is fucking me up right now. There we go. And so one. Oh shit. Oh shit. One. Bro, there was a head and shoulders pattern right here. Look at this. And then it broke down. That's crazy, ain't it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's gap down to 140. I'm gonna do like 140 puts. I want to see what I can afford. I'm gonna check the wallet. Yes, sir. I like it. And it's like on the daily, it's just crossing under the 50, not the 200. The 200's up here. Yeah, I like this one. Tech should be selling off too, honestly. Like weak market, no tech, right? So they cut down on tech. Bro, where was this head and shoulders when I was trading? Look. It was clean work. Damn. See, so I wish I could play something like that, you feel me? But can't ever catch these plays. I think this is bearish though. I'm gonna lean bearish. For the flow history, did we see more puts or did we see? Yeah, we saw slightly more puts. Everything's kind of down the middle though. Not surprised because it's earnings. Look at total open interest. Okay, so bearish premium got loaded up just a few days ago. Yeah. Both of them are right down the middle. Why are you on the side, bitch? 20K. There's a lot of volume on calls. Okay. What are you guys feeling? What are you guys feeling? I'm just browsing. Just browsing. Wait, actually that reminds me of a song. I think it's Kanye West. Mr. West. What the hell's the name of that song? You guys have any song requests? Let me see. I'm gonna play this song right here, True Love, Kanye West, X10. Damn. That one's a banger. It's sad though, so make sure you get you a glass of wine or something. Some liquor. Most active chains, 155.19s, everything's for this week. These are the 170s. Wait, where am I? The 170s. They have decent open interest. Volume, it's kind of matching. 155s. 165s. Nothing really convincing here, you know? Like, nothing convincing me here. Nothing convincing me here for the calls. Yeah, I'm gonna lean bearish on this. Obviously, I had a huge sell-off, but I like this little run-up because then it's gonna give us a good opportunity to get back in some puts. So somewhere here, yeah, like 157. I'm gonna get some puts. We're gonna let it run to the downside, I think. Snow 140 puts for next week. Gonna try to run those. We could actually get something closer, but that shit's expensive. Let me look. So the 150s would be something to look at. Because these already have, they're just like, yeah, they want $7 for them. Damn, inflation season, I guess. Yeah. I think the 40s are good. And they're bearish. And then people are trying to get a bigger move. What was the move last earnings, real quick? Because I do like that earnings move. It was, I said 133, right? 130, was it 130? No, yeah, 133 down to 17. Divided by 133, so 12% move. Okay, so that's still good. Even if we were to get a 12% move here, let's see what that would be. 153. It would be like 188 times 153. Yeah, so that's good. We're chilling. Okay. We get covered on that basis. Let's look at the IV crush though, because you might want to do a spread or something, just based off look. Oh, this is nice. Low IV crush. So last earnings 22% IV crush, but average 13. This is good. This one is gonna be good, I think. Get the puts. Weak economy, we're gonna get the puts on Snowflake. Yeah. Splunk is another one. SPLK. Oh, this one might be a good one. So did they beat up? Yeah, they beat up the stock market. They keep going up for some reason. What's up with this? I don't give a fuck, actually. They keep going up regardless. Maybe calls on this? What's up? Let's do some charts real quick. They short ladder attacking it right now. Short ladder attacking. God damn, they got no respect. Right here. And we're gonna basically the same thing, my guy. Let me actually slap on some resistances. The resistances is right here. Yeah, and actually we got another one right here, little baby support. Yes sir. And then we ain't got no support. But independent right now. We need like another point here, because if we slap on a support, it would be like up here. And that's GG. Which, I mean, I guess if you would have like seen this earlier, actually, let's say that did happen, which did, then I guess our breakout is around here. Yeah, I'm being bearish. Usually, like, the breakout is like this, the distance. Is that right? I think that's right. The resistances. So this is an ascending wedge. The breakout of this would be, where the hell is it? Let's look at wedge. Diagonal wedge. Breakout distance. Let's look at the breakout. We got some players. We have some datas. Gotta look at some of the patterns, my guy. This is not what I want though. Wedge. Ascending wedge. I don't want other arrows right there. Ascending wedge. Distance. Pattern. Okay, let's get some DD real quick. Give me the info, Google. Target, there we go, that's what I needed. Thank you. Yeah, okay, here we go. The distance from somewhere to downside. Okay. We gotta do the DD, fellas. We gotta do the DD. Nobody's gonna do it for us. So I'm just trying to get the distance here. You feel me? You feel me? So that would be, I'm trying to think, it would be here to the downside. What are you guys thinking? Is that a vibe or no? And then where do you put it? Where do you place that thing? At the bottom. If your Metro don't trust you, he gonna shoot you. Okay, down here, so 98. Let's go. That makes sense. Yeah, we got the big support brick right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're getting short laddered attack right now. Yep. Just slap on the resistances. So we're going to come down to 100. The 100. Let's look at the chains. Oh, anticipated earnings. Splunk. This is not till when? Wednesday? Yeah, so we got time to finish that pattern. Okay, 9.8%. So that's like $9. Let's double check. About $8. Let me run some numbers real quick for you. Got the quick DD real quick. What was it? 98 times 109. So about $10. Okay. So 98, which is down here, my guy. So let's get it. Let's get puts on Splunk. Splunk puts. Let's look at how much they charging for a ticket. Her heart's bleeding. 826. I'm honestly gonna just get the 100s. Oh, look at this. Interesting. 110s. Hella open volume on this bad boy. That's interesting. I'm gonna go with the 805s. Nah, the 804s got hella volume. Open interest. But they're probably bag holders. Let me see what the data's spitting at it. They just started adding these last week, which is good. They bought them for 212. They up 50%. They chilling, but they greedy. They haven't let go yet. Yeah. Okay. And then these are interesting too. These are getting open interest. They low, but they're getting volume is what I mean. I'm sorry, my English sucks. The 110s. Safety net, I guess. Sir, yes, sir. Splunk. Oh, they just started adding these too as well. 816. Okay. To the upside? Do we have anything to the upside? Got a couple volumes here, but it's... Where are we at right now? 107? Okay, so they're getting a little bit to the upside here. So we're going to add to our watch list the 110 calls. What was the other ones? Oh, we could do the 110 calls and puts. Just slap those in. Safety measures. The ones we were looking at, though, that were interesting were the 104s. Because they're up 50%. They just added them. But we can even play the 100s for earnings, which are kind of cheap. Yes, sir. 100s. 100 puts. They have the most open interest other than the 104s. They don't have that much volume, so something to consider, but everything else is dead down here. So to the upside, let me get some history going here. Do I have the history? No history. It was 9.8%, right? So what? No. 109.22 times 109.8. 120. So 120. So let's see what's popping over here in the 120 area. They ain't got much going on over here, honestly. They got these, the 110s, but we talked about those. These semi 56% bullish. This one might be an easy play, my guy. I'm thinking. Yeah, I like this a lot. The 1700, we'll see how those carry over Monday. Yes, sir. And then the 100s is the lotto plays, I think. Let me look at the next week. Yeah. I'm excited for Monday. I got Nvidia puts gonna take profits on those. Hopefully, futures open up bloody. Then I'm gonna get repositioned on some stuff. Let me put down some notes real quick. So the ones that I'm really confident on so far, I think is we got this right now. Oh, these are good. The puts on, I'm pretty confident on the Splunks right off the back. I'm looking interested on those. And Snowflake. I think these two might be the two of the week that I might play actually. I wasn't looking forward to a lot of these earnings this week, but we might have a few that are interesting. So I'm not even gonna get credit on these. I'm just gonna take these off because it's too risky. I'm trying to get the accuracy up, the consistency up. Pre-run up calls. I think we'll see how that plays out. I like that. Pre-run puts, right, based off the technicals. I like that. And then puts on Snowflake and Splunk, and I like Splunk so far, technical wise. This could even be pre-run up or pre-dump. And Snow, I think for some reason they sell off into earnings no matter what. So I like these four so far. That's Wednesday and Thursday. I'm trying to get some meat for Tuesday and Monday. Pre-run up calls or puts, JD, no, that was XPen. Honestly, I don't really like XPen. We're just talking nonsense, I think. It's only going to move $2, so is it worth it? Maybe not. You feel me? So let's get rid of that. Zoom, this one's going to be like Roku, I think. But it's not an advertisement company. It's a stay-at-home company. So yeah, I think are you guys happy with these? I do like the breakdown that we did on these two. Did we finish Splunk though? Well, let me make sure we finished everything. Yeah, so we got the wedge, and we're looking, I think, what is this? Well, we have the resistance there. Our breakdown is down to like 98. We'll just take profit at 100. There's also support here at 104. Let's just move this up. Up here. Yeah, I think that's a better support. The 104, 100 level, I think that's more critical. And then we'll just do this down here. That there. Okay, that makes a lot cleaner. This is on 30-minute, by the way. Yeah, looking bearish. Crossover with bearish. Yes, I like this. Splunk. So don't hold. I wouldn't technically hold into earnings, but I think we sell off to this area here. So Splunk for sure. I like this one. Hey, Holden likes this one too. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, and then Snow was actually it's a good one too. The only thing with this one, I like the pre-earnings sell-off, and then maybe you can switch to a call because their earnings for some reason keep going up. That's the only thing I noticed. They always beat, well, recently, last year, they've been beating, and they were moving up. So this will be like pre-earnings run up, or no, pre-earnings dump. Let me just make sure. Is this still working? Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, I think their earnings might actually be good, but okay, so puts, then calls, then earnings, ER, calls, something like that. I think for sure the puts, just wait, weak market, they're gonna sell off tech and high growth. So that'd be a good one to watch, I think. And then going into earnings, maybe switch over or close it out and not play it, or you can maybe get a call, or I don't know. I like this breakdown though on the wedge coming down to this level. 105 at least. I think 105 at least based off the daily 50 moving average. Yes. And then crossover the MACD, that's good. Right? We've been bullish the whole time, finally changing trend. So if you got diamond hands, you could hold this, you know, through earnings. Maybe a surprise beat down, because I'm so confident that it goes up, right? So maybe they're gonna fuck me and sell it off this time. Yeah, this dude, actually this looks just like the SPY, honestly, kinda. Right, kinda. Crossing over almost. So I like Splunk. I think that's probably my favorite so far. And what else did we have? Oh, Nvidia. I like this pre-dump because of the head and shoulders. right? Let's make sure. Okay, I'm trying to line up all my ducks right now. Yeah, so yeah, I like this one still. I'm not gonna play Nvidia for earnings. I just too much. I think it's too much. Splunk, I think I'll play. And okay, so puts Nvidia, pre-run puts, then calls. Yep. Snowflake. I think we just said puts on this, right? Oh, snow. So, what did we say on this? What did I say on this? The 140 puts, but why did I say the 140 puts? Was it earnings? Oh, it's got a like expanding triangle or channel or something. So it seems to be respecting the support and stuff. Yeah. I think we can touch the monthly level again, 146 at least. And then maybe take your profits. You don't have to play the earnings. We're playing pre-earnings plays, I think. Directionally, we're headed in a downtrend. So let's just play the downside, get out before earnings, or you can hold or take profits, half of it. MACD crossing over, good. Okay, yeah. Yeah, plus the market's exhausted, right? So yeah. So I like Snow too. Snow and Splunk, a little bit more pricey, but yeah, keep the position small, it's fine. And then honestly, this is not on the earnings stuff, but Amazon, I kind of want to break down some of the levels on this right now. Let's just clear some of this because it's interesting, right? I honestly think we come back down to 135 and maybe form my head and shoulders here. And then it's going to be the relief bounce. And I think Google had the same thing, and I talked about that on Thursday, actually, Google. I haven't looked at this in a while, but yeah, we had a head and shoulders pattern here. You guys can go find my Twitter. I think I posted it. Let me double check. What's the juice on here right now? Nothing. I think I talked about Twitter. No, Google. I talked about Google on Thursday. Lift. Yeah, I talked about lift. Google where it's right here. Yeah. Head and shoulders. Yeah. I like this one. So now that that's kind of in the works. Oh, and then lift also. So lift had the Fibonacci retracement. So it broke 38. So 61 was in the works. I think this one, I don't know how that turned out. But yeah, I think now that we have Google with the head and shoulders, we can get an idea of the breakdown for this. So I think the breakdown on this is going to be... Shit, what'd I do? I was just trying to get this right here. So let's just be nice, let's be conservative, and just get the top end of the neckline. Copy. Oh, they mad. So yeah, I think 115 probably. I think, yeah. It's at a strong support though, so it's good because it could get a dead cat bounce, right? Maybe back up to low 19s. So sometimes like head and shoulders, they'll do the head and shoulder, the break. Oh shit. Yeah, they'll do the head and shoulders, the break of the neckline, then they come down and then retouch it, and then they fully break down to the target. And I can show you a picture of that somewhere. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Good distance. Where's a good image? Here we go. That's a good one. So breakdown, retest of the neckline, and then breakdown. So that's what I'm looking at. So we could have a nice little bounce back up to like $19, and then I would maybe get puts. But also if it I guess also if it like gets back above the neckline, then the head and shoulders is like invalid, right? So if it like holds this level up here, like what, 1950 or not? Actually, where is the neckline? I think the neckline's there. The neckline could be up here. Maybe this needs to go up here. Do that. Just redo some of this stuff. I'm just being conservative. So this still has some downside. So maybe there is no retouch. Maybe no, this probably doesn't have a retouch. Nah. This one's just gonna break down. It's gonna come down to this level, $17, I think. Yeah. Usually like the retouch is usually like kind of small. It's not like at this point it's basically completed the pattern almost, right? It's like at 80% of the pattern. Usually the retouch is like maybe like 30% or 20%, and then it comes down. But I think at this point, straight up just gassing down to $17. Yes, sir. This is family business. I like that one. Google's good. What did I say about Lyft? Okay, Lyft probably has a little bit more downside, and I think there's a gap fill, I think, on this one. Let me see. Lyft. Let's look at that. I think we have a gap somewhere. Let me just clear this out. Oh, I mean, we have a gap down here. Yeah, we filled the gap here. We have a gap down here. I don't think we fill the gap on the first try. I think we come down here and then bounce off. That's usually what happens with gap fills. They usually come back down to this, and then it'll come back down, and then maybe it'll break down. So, yep. Hey, Saul, what's up? You want to jump? You want to jump on stream? I think this is good. This is a good downside though. Good downside play right here. Yep. To 1530. I think that's pretty much GG. So one example where the gaps don't get filled on the first attempt would be, I think Pinduoduo did that once for me, and it kind of fucked me right here. So it came down, so we had a gap fill right here, and so it came down. Wait, yeah, it came down here. It didn't fill it. Wait, no, that's not it. I got a better one. I got a Starbucks. Gotta remember this one. They fucked me. Where's the gap? We had a gap right here. Right here, right? We had a gap fill right here. It came down here. I think I got my puts right here. And instead of it filling that gap, it just chilled there. You feel me? So come on. They're playing your point. And then it comes down, right? So it's not a straight gap to the downside. Yeah, they fucked me on that one, I think. It happens though, you feel me? It happens. What's up, Saul? Are you gonna come on stream or what's up? Are you in the Hey, Mr. Gosply joined the Discord. What's up, dog? Who is that? Is that Mr. Hold'em? Because we don't know how to fold them. Honestly, I'll be playing poker, but I never know how to fold them, bro. I just go to the river. And actually, like, poker's so much fun, bro. Gambling's so much fun. Why do you think I'm in freaking options, my guy? For real, though. What is this? Starbucks? Starbucks might be time to start getting puts on this. Is this the XDivvy day? Yeah, so people usually run it up to XDivvy date, and then they sell off because they're going to collect the divvy no matter what. Same, for real. Man, I just stay to the river, my guy. I'm gonna take my chances. They be fucking me though. They be raising up the bets, and I'm broke right now. Come on, they know better. Sure. Let's do a Fibonacci retracement on this one. Let's just get an idea of where this could come down to. If this is the top, we're gonna do the Fib retracement. So we're coming down to like 82, my guy. Come on. Yeah, I think if that's the top, then we'll probably come down to 82. I think puts on Starbucks might be a play. Because look, a lot of these stocks seem to be wanting to do this head and shoulders pattern. And then I think something's going to happen in September or August or something. I don't know the timeline. It could be like, shit. I mean, this thing could go like this, and it could like go slowly, but maybe I think we'll get a relief bounce somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, a lot of head and shoulders. I'm trying to see what's up with Amazon too. Yeah, see, this one wants to make a head and shoulders pattern too. Like right here. Especially because it broke this trend. Right there. Actually just gapped down. And yeah. Okay, so there's nothing on this one right now, right? We're just gonna play this to the downside. 135. I think so. It's at the 200 moving average on the hourly. I think it's gonna come down and retouch it. It might struggle to break down, but Yeah, somewhere around here. No hard feelings, but my feelings harder. Yeah, I think that looks good. This one looks good. Solid support there. Or, yeah. Now we're gonna slap this one. Okay. That looks alright. We could do that, or we could do this. I actually like the other one better, though. Mr. Gosley, who are you? What's going on, brother? Hey, Saul said thoughts on the Moderna. Is that mRNA? You talking about Moderna? I was actually, well, I was bullish on this one until this happened. But I think it might be time to get some calls on this. I was looking at it the other day, actually, too. What are your thoughts on this one, Saul? Are we bullish? Because, you know, the MP is not done. Does Moderna have any vaccine stuff for monkeypox? Moderna monkeypox. Let me look that up real quick. Oh, look at this. They finding the jabbing. Moderna turns R&D engine to monkeypox. So their research and development turning the jabbing system. This came out in May. Okay. The Cambridge, Massachusetts health officials, high assets. I like Moderna for the monkeypox. Ooh, I can't be saying that we're too much in it because then I get hit with the monetization. Demonetization. I'm not monetized, by the way, but yeah, I think it gets ready for the next run. I think so too. You're not wrong there. I think maybe a little bit more downside. And we get that juice. That influx. Let's move this thing down here. Yeah. We could be. This is a strong support, honestly. Yo, what's up, Kahuna? Big Kahuna showing up. What's going on, brother? Hey, we chilling Saturday. You guys in the live stream right now, hit the like button. Help me out. That's all I've been asking. We're just chilling. We're making plans for next week right now. Cause I got plans tonight, so I might have to go hang out with some of the homies. So I'm trying to get all my work done. You know, it's crazy though, because in college I used to put off all my work to the end, but now I'm the other way around. I like to get my shit done, and then we can chill. What are some side plays though? So I'm just gonna do some side plays here, because I think I've talked about them. Side plays are BABA. If I going to retest 418, yes sir. I think you're right. I believe it. I believe it. BABA, DraftKings, Google, right? And do we say what's the other side plays? Amazon might be a side play. And I just don't want to put tickers down though. Let's actually, I think Google actually would be something, and DraftKings and BABA. The other one, I think that's it. Hey, everybody hit the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are awesome. So, we've talked a little bit about these already. Head and shoulders. This one, this one has a cup and handle. I have these two on my Twitter, so go check those out. And then yeah, Big Kahuna's talking about 418 on SPY. Let's go back through that again. Yeah, we have the gap fill right there. Let's go. Yeah, so I think 420 is for sure something. Where's that at? Up here, right? Just for the memes, we'll do it 420, 69. But I think we come back down further, 415, 412 for this gap fill. I mean, we still have a gap down here as well too. That's crazy. I didn't even know that until right now. You guys think we fill this gap down here? Because the crash is not over. I'm pretty sure we're going to fill this gap. It'd be crazy if we don't. Have we filled every gap up till now? Is there any gap that we left unfilled? Most of the gaps got filled at some point before we started like going further. Yeah, we had gaps down here like hella long last time. So I will say the AMC set up to run 20% on Monday. We going back to 400, then right back up. Yeah, I think that could be something for sure. Which kind of makes sense with some of these patterns that we were kind of forecasting. Like, what the hell is this? I mean, I don't think we go to 400 in a couple days, but some of these patterns are forming like a bearish pattern, and then hopefully like a relief valley, and then the full breakdown, which is going to be crazy. I think it's going to be some good money to be made if it comes out to be like that, right? But let me clear this out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I mean, yeah, pretty obvious. It looks kind of like a head and shoulders forming. So I think 330, 135, 134, and then we'll see how it reacts here. It probably comes down to 133, and then they don't let it break down because it would be a fucking fall to 125. Amazon's gonna be a play though, I think, for sure. Look at this gap right here. You can make hella bread on this. This is a gap. But for the daily, I believe it's a gap. Yes, sir. That's crazy. Yeah, we got a huge ass gap. I'm excited for this Amazon. I think I'm gonna just keep this one on watch constantly. For real. Maybe let me go ahead and put this one back up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this one back on here. And actually probably on top of Google, because Google's kind of already done its thing a little bit. This one's already, yeah. So Amazon's lagging. Amazon's lagging. Google already kind of did the head and shoulders thing, right? It's got more downside. Because, okay, so we have a head and shoulders pattern up here. Please don't do this. My mouse likes to fuck up sometimes. So yeah, we have a head and shoulders pattern here. It broke down. But we actually could have another head and shoulders pattern here. Right? That would be like another relief rally. But we'll see how that kind of plays out. And then it'd be the GG one. It'd be the big old GG head and shoulders on Google. That would probably be from here to here. Right, so let's just get some, this is just quick math right here, right? So down to 108, 105. 108, yeah. What's the sweet spot of Amazon before pop or poops? I thought you said pops. I think like, what was it, 133? Let me check real quick though. I got you in 1 second. It's got like, it was like, so it was doing this bear or this bull flag here, like pennant thing, and then it broke out. What did I just do? It was breaking out, then it broke out. Usually the breakout for that, I think it's like this, isn't it? Shit. Like this. Fuck it. Yeah. We don't need to know the history. Let me get rid of that. It's something like that. Yeah, something like that. Oh fuck. What is that? Yeah, ignore me, y'all. I think yeah, let me get rid of these nonsense. I'm trying to add some history to this lesson, but yeah, it's not working. I think like, what is it? Isn't it like 133? I would just say like 133.50. But really, I think 1 hour, getting underneath the 200 moving average, then we'll come back down to the monthly level. But we have like consolidation right here. So that's probably where we, you know, where we hold. This could be the level to watch, like 135, but I would like look for it down here. But yeah, isn't this crazy, this gap? It's like a cloud up here just floating. Just a cloud floating. There was another example that had this cloud that did something crazy. I think it was Celsius. Wasn't it Celsius? Let me see. No, there was something with the drip cloud. Oh, this one. I think this one still has the drip cloud up here. So this one hasn't filled this gap down here, which is crazy. It's like a huge ass cup and handle. Celsius, huge ass cup. And it hasn't filled. I'm thinking it's like a gap fill here for the handle, right? And then it goes back up, and we get the cup and handle right here. So this will be the handle, and then we get the squeeze or something, and that would be like, if it is a cup and handle, it would be conservatively, it would be something like, I don't know where the handle would be, but like 150. So this is something that I kind of keep on my eyes now. I think one of the homies brought it up to me. This is a huge ass cup and handle though, right? You can just see the vision right there. It's been consolidating. So it might not even fill this gap yet, but I'm thinking it does. But it's just been working sideways. It's been working on it, yeah, on this one for a while. What were we talking about though? So I'm confident with Splunk, Snow, we got puts on that. Affirm is tricky, I think, just because it's, I've been talking about Affirm puts since it was 138, 137, 139. Yeah, so this one's kind of in like no man's land right now. I think what we were talking about earlier was calls temporarily, just depending on futures. Just get calls to get that gap fill up there, and then maybe get your puts or something. But this one could be like Upstart, where it doesn't do anything and it just takes premium from people. So I'm not really interested. I'm going to see how much bread I got left on Thursday, and I might throw something at her, see if she dances for me. But she's going to be at a different strip club than mine, so I might not make anything of her. Yeah. Or I might play it the wrong direction. When I say club, I meant the wrong direction. Let me see. I think Trippy's talking about something. He said, Ninja, what you doing? I'm streaming, dog. I'm streaming. We trying to get on Minecraft later? I'm gonna be busy tonight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is Upstart doing? It's 128. So let's just stay on topic. Yeah, Salesforce, I haven't even looked at that one. That one's interesting. Puts on tolls. Honestly, after looking at some of the other plays like Snowflake and Splunk, maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. I think the next one's gonna be Salesforce, and then I need something for Monday and Tuesday. Right now, I just have the Nvidias, but yeah, let's talk about Zoom. How are you guys feeling about Zoom? You guys think Zoom is still a play? Calls for a firm then puts the peak price prior to earnings. You think so? Yes, I think so. Wait. You think but Kahuna, you think calls for a firm then puts, or you just agree? Are you like, is that what you thought, or are you confirming? I don't want to just give like my ideas. I want to hear people's ideas too, if they agree and stuff, like, because I don't want to lead people into an abyss. But I was thinking, like, if the market's strong, then we could rally off going into earnings, just benefit off the pre-earnings run up and get maybe that gap fill, and then just get out of it and not play anything. Or you could get puts. I think that was my idea, but I've been getting wrecked on earnings, so that's why I'm kind of hesitant to tell you to do the calls and then the puts. Brother Doe will come out with feminine news. Puts. Doe's the drinking shit, right? Like, what was it called? Doe? Like bread? Doe? Right, this one, right? What's the ticker on this? I don't got the data on this one. It's this one for some reason. It's a cheap stock. Do they have dividends? They have dividends. I think calls, my brother. I'm thinking calls. Like, it's oversold. But I don't know. They usually beat. It's a dividend boomer stock. What's the dividend at? More dividends. Do they not have a dividend? 8 cents? 8-cent dividend? Oh no, it's trash dividend. What they doing? Doles might not move, honestly. I don't think they'll move for earnings. 13% on 9, so like a dollar. Let me make sure. So 910 times 113.6. Yeah, so like $1.20. It's not worth it. It's not worth playing. That's base case. I wouldn't say best case scenarios, but that's the implied move. And the options are probably expensive. Let me look at the options. Does it even have options, brother? Yeah, they don't even have the 816, the 826s. There's nothing in here, my brother. Like nothing for puts or calls, brother. 7.5s, is that the downside? I actually, I played ZipRecruiter. I was bearish on it. Puts. They actually, I got these. All right, so I got out early, but I got these for 43 cents, my guy. No, it was 40 cents. I got these for 40 cents, and they're hella up right now. I got out early because I needed the bread, but yeah. Sometimes these little low volume plays can hit. They're up like, yeah, 200% now. Anyway, Dole. Yeah, and ZipRecruiter was just a straight up easy play, I think. Like, come on, what they gonna say about jobs? We're gonna increase jobs? Come on now. You know better than that. So, Dole, I don't really know what they do. They do the drinking shit, right? Let me look at the website. Dole, PLC. Do they have anything else? Oh, bro, didn't they do, like, fertilizer shit? They do the fruit and shit. So is this bullish or bearish? Invest in fresh. The bananas have been going up for my apes. All my apes, the banana's been going up. Like a pound, yeah. Hey, that's I know that guy. One of my cousins. Yeah, nah. For real, everybody knows everybody down in am I right? Ain't I right? So but I'm trying to think, fertilizer and stuff. Fertilizer has been going up and commodities have been going up. So maybe their margins come down. Who's that? Maybe, yeah. Maybe puts, I'm thinking. I'm thinking puts. But I wouldn't play this just because I don't think it's going to move. It's a $10 stock. What are you thinking, brother? I'm trying to get the ideas from you guys. It doesn't really move either. It's like hella choppy. There's no volume in this, right? It's like 3,500K or 355K. Yeah, this one's not really worth it, honestly. It's not, brother. Not worth it, brother. Your love shouldn't be this. I'm not gonna play this one. It's just, nah, it's not good. Let's talk about Zoom, though. You guys want to talk about Zoom? I know you guys want to talk about Zoom. I'm gonna clear out the DD. Oh, wait, no, I already have some DD on here. So we have expected move down to 85 and upside to like 115. Right now, as far as the chart goes, let me get rid of this. Potential double bottom there we could do, like, I think, let me go to the 1 hour. Maybe we just need to move this up. Clear. I think I'm bearish on Zoom, I think at the very least 195 retouch. It just seems to be on a downtrend now. Yeah, I think I'm bearish on this thing. It can't even get outside of the resistance. Hold'em said he's no good with, bro, I'm the same way. You good? I've been getting smacked with earnings and stuff. Honestly, like, earnings like just 50-50 gambles sometimes, you know. I'm trying to incorporate the iron condor though. Like, for like example, Rost. Like, you would have made hella money off of the premiums if you would have just played iron condors or something. But I keep forgetting about that strategy, you know. Because I just like straight up buying up contracts, like just like doing traditional. I think for Zoom earnings, it might get that sell off to 85. I mean, what would be the outlook for Zoom? I'm just trying to get a bigger picture of Zoom. Let's go to their website. Like, what bullish thesis would I have for Zoom going into? And so also here's the thing, like, usually when some stuff is too good to be true, it feels like a trap. Like, for example, Pinterest. Pinterest fucked me because it was a bad earnings because of yeah, I got puts on this. It was just a bad because of advertisements, but they fucked me with the stake, right? Elliott stake or something. So sometimes like when stuff is like too good to be true, it really irritates me more too, right? Like that Roblox put, I would have been up like 300% or something, but then CPI fucked me, you know? I hate to be complaining about it. I'm just saying, it's like this Zoom, it might be so obvious to get the puts and then something happens, you know? But like, what are they gonna do? Like, they have so much competition out from Microsoft Teams. What else? Google? Doesn't Google have their own thing? I know our company uses Microsoft Teams, so like nobody uses Zoom, my guy. It's a dump. It's a bad company. I don't know why Kathy's invested in this. Yeah, this is dumb. This probably should go back down to 60, honestly. 65. So yeah, I might just get the puts on this, like just based out of like morals. Like morally I need to like, you know. And this actually kind of looks like an inverse cup and handle here. Kind of like an inverse cup and handle. Damn, that's not as clean as I thought it would be, but let me go to like 1 hour, maybe. What do you think, brother? I think it's a cup and handle though. Inverse cup and handle. So breakdown would be, I mean, I'm just being generous here, but well, let me do this a different way, actually. Let me see if I can get it going this way. These are just eyeballs, too, by the way. Just $80, yeah. I'm just eyeballing it, too, though, you know? Yeah, so we got the downtrend resistance, and then if it is a couple... Hey, let's go. I see the vision. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yeah, I think there's an inverse cup and handle right here. You got the cup, then you got the handle right here. See the vision. I see the vision. Here we go. So yeah, that looks legit, I think. So I'm thinking puts. Fuck them, you know? If I lose money, I mean, I'm going down with my beliefs, you know, my morals. That's what I did with Roku. You know, I knew it was a trash company, and earnings it paid, right? I've been bearish on Roku since algos keep buying it up, but yeah, fuck Roku. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. The morals are there, you know? And morally, I think it's not $100 stock. So I think Zoom needs to come down. So I'm gonna go with the puts. I'm gonna keep the position small and I can get paid out, you know? Give me the check. I think so too, though, you know? Expected move is to 85. So this cup vision that we pointing out right here, you know, that would line up to our $80. Let me look at the... Actually, I'm interested in some contracts now. I think so. I haven't looked at the flow, though. So let's look at the flow. Let's see if we can pick up the vision in here. Ooh, this is nice. This is good. This is really good. There was 3,200 contracts for the 115s, which is the upside, right? The 115. So the way I got the 115 was, I think, what was the percent? 20%? No, 14.4%. So we're gonna do 99.5 times 1.144 for 113. Okay, so they gonna embarrass me like that right now? Calculator is embarrassing me in front of the people. We got company, you know, showing out. So 113, 114. Let's just say 115. Do you think CRM is going to dump? This could be big. I haven't actually got to that one yet, just yet. What are your thoughts on the dump, though? What's going on with Salesforce? Didn't they buy Slack? My company was using Slack for a little bit. CRM, real quick. Let me diverge a little bit just to get an idea. Let's see if I see what you're seeing. So, as a stock, where's it at relative to their stock price? Let me see where we at. It could be that, you know, they double topping, you know, and we could be seeing that 165. Earnings, they seem to beat all the time. Now, whether they whether they go up or down. I mean, they either go up so far or they stay sideways. So they closed here. They closed here for earnings. And then, oh, they went up. They went up. So, 208, $8. So not big ass move, little ass move. 160. And they opened up at, so $18 move on this. Honestly, brother, I don't know, Big Kahuna. We can look at it in some depth right now. Let me just wrap up the Zoom because I was like in my zone, you know. So yeah, so 113, 115. We'll take a look at CRM though in just a second, King. I got you. Young Prince, I got you. We'll look at it in just a second. I want to look at this. It looks like 1,000 open interest. They had 1,200 in volume. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark this one down just to see how this one carries over. So if the open interest goes down, that means they're closing out these, right? If it goes up, then maybe we got something in our hands. And then this one's straight up bearish. So it could be that they're buying the $10 calls and selling the 15, so it's a bullish debit spread, call spread. But yeah, the 110s I'm gonna look at as a pivotal thing. Obviously, I'm leaning bearish, but I'm just trying to give you guys both sides. There's obviously more volume going. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I like to see this. And then this is good too. 11,000 on the 90s. Oh, and then the 80. Okay, yeah. Keep it coming. Okay, okay. What was the to the upside though? What did we see to the upside? It was a 5,000. That was it, right? We have this one's hella outdated. I don't think this is probably like bag holders. Let me see. Yeah, pretty much back holders. Have they been adding? Yeah, back holders since since early June. I mean, they're not back holders, but they've started adding their shit like since July. I'm sorry, since July 27th. Let me see if I saw what they were seeing back then. Since July 27th, they added those calls, so they rode them up. They're still holding them. It doesn't mean that they're right though. Where's this at? July 27th. Like right here. They started adding calls, but I mean they caught most of the run, but they didn't get the big run, which was this one. So they're not as smart as they think they are. Yeah, those are the 130s, right? Yeah, so we don't really care about them. These, when did they start opening up these contracts? The 3,200, when did they add those? Oh, they just opened these. Oh, the 15th of August. Okay, I see you. Hold up, hold up. 15th of August. Oh, this was at the top though. Let's open up this chain. Let's just see the vision. I'm probably gonna have to do 25,000 just so I can see previous days. Said the 15, so they bought these. Okay, I see. Let me see the spread here. 115. They sold 110 puts. They bought 115. So they bought them. It was really close to the ask. They bought them for $5. What are they at now? Are they in profit? No, they're down. Shit. So maybe, yeah, they've lost tons of premium on these. They're only $2, so they're down on these. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about those. They're down 50%. So if you're bullish, you can get these for 50% of what they bought them for. So the big one, this one, they bought them for like almost $6. They're currently like 220. And it looks like they're probably getting rid of these. Yeah, they're getting rid of these. Looks like. And they're probably buying, yeah, they're buying puts. And this is a bullish, or this is a bearish put spread. Yeah, I see the vision here. So they're getting rid of all their calls and they're buying puts, which I don't blame them. Yeah. This is a bearish put credit spread. No, a bearish put debit spread. Sorry. When you get a higher strike price and then sell the lower strike price, you're going in that direction. So yeah. Yeah, so they're closing these out. So I would be anticipating that, what was it? This number will come down on Monday, the 115s. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If everything's correct. I mean, we could wake up with 8,000 tomorrow, or Monday, but I see the vision. I'm picking up what they put in down, you feel me? And then everything down here just looks bearish, right? Because it's low open interest. So I love seeing that, right? And then they've already started loading these up to 90s. Let's see when they started getting these. So they've been back holding. Oh, 82, 802, 802. Let's see where were we at with respect. So kind of like, you know, I think maybe what they were seeing as the vision was maybe a double top here. Let me get this bad boy out the way. Maybe a double top here, retesting the neckline. So maybe they got the puts for the breakdown. Maybe they got trapped, but they're still holding them for the earnings. So maybe something like that. And obviously I'm going in here a little biased with the puts. But yeah, just getting underneath this level here, the monthly. I mean, big bearish, you know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see him. And even if you don't see the double top there, it could be a head and shoulders that they were seeing. Maybe they were seeing a head and shoulders. And, you know, it didn't break down, so it's bullish. And so then it came back down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so I'm confident in Zoom a little bit more now. Now let's just see it something affordable for us. I might just get like, they've got some decent volume here. I might just get a couple of these 190s. We're supposed to come down to 185. But I like to give myself a little bit of cushion just in case it doesn't go all the way down there. Or if they run it back up after hours or pre-market. So I think the 90s are safe, and maybe the 88s. I might do the 88s, honestly. Everything's not completely bullish down the middle, but just based off my thesis. Oh, these are nice too, but they're selling these, it looks like. The 80s. Which is kind of like the end target of our cup and handle. It's like, what do we say, like 80, 79? So what I might do actually is maybe get a few of the 90 and then maybe, you know, get a couple lottos, you know, just in case. Maybe the 85s. I might just do the 85s. I'm going to do the 85s, I think. Because it's on Monday, right? So the earnings is on Monday. So you have 4 days for them to go up. So I might just do the 85s. That's the anticipated move, right? And we'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for some more downside. So I think the 185s are cheap. The 185, not the 185s, the 85s for 174. Sorry, my English is not good. Or you could get the 80s. They're going to move. They won't be in the money, but maybe by Thursday, Wednesday, they'll get in the money of more downside, right? So once it breaks this, I mean, 85, I mean, 80's pretty much in the bag, I would say. There's like, yeah, there's not like that much support. I'm trying to run this back like Roku, you feel me? Roku was a good play. Yeah. Zoom puts, fuck them. We're gonna do it. And if they go up, I mean, I can't really get mad. I mean, I would be mad, but you know, I stick to my plans. You feel me? So I think that's good. Toll Brothers, I'm gonna leave it on here, but I'm not too confident in that. And then I like these, and we're gonna collect some money hopefully Monday, and we'll see how we're feeling about a firm. If you guys have one on here that you guys want to look at, I think Nordstrom, I'm trying to get a earnings play for each day. We're going to take a look at Salesforce, but if you guys have any that I think should be interesting, let me know here, because I try to get at least one earnings play per day. So we'll see how. Obviously, this is going to be the juicy day. And maybe one of these, I don't know. Ulta would be nice. Like, that thing keeps going down. We're going to look at the other one. But this thing's near all-time highs. Like, it's got to come down. I'm thinking puts, but it's such a strong company, it's hard to do it. But let's look at CRM. So I like to start with some technicals real quick just to see where we're going. Hey, the homie Paul is in here. Paul said hello. Oh no, that was earlier today. So what's up with CRM? You guys have any thoughts on this? Bullish? Big Kahuna says he's bearish. I think it could start selling off if we can get underneath 180. What is it, like 181? This level here, this purple level I have marked out. And this could, or actually, you know what it could be forming is a cup. So if it holds here, you just actually go back here. There's a cup right there, my guy. Right? It's summertime, people thirsty. So we might actually run back up and get like some relief bounce and get the gap fill right here. And then maybe break down. That's what I'm seeing right there off the vision. Yeah, we do have a gap right there. So maybe, yeah, we'll see how it reacts. It's also at like the 50 moving average here. It's like it came and touched it on the daily. Earnings is until Wednesday, so we have some time down here. Is that the 24th? Yeah. Okay, so bounced off of the 50 EMA. This is our monthly level. We could get a relief rally, maybe back up to 186. This one actually moves a little slow though. It's only like $4 on a pretty large share. So we're just looking at short term, right? So if I was to get puts for this, I would probably see if it can come back up to this level and then maybe get the puts. Why is this hella trippy like that? Yeah, I think that's something that I'm interested in, but wait, what is this? I just found something in my drink. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Let's look at the flow for you, my guy. CRM and expected move also. Let's anticipated move is probably the best thing to look at. 7.5 on 183. So I think you want to play it to the downside, right? So let's do 1 minus 0.075 times 183.77. So 170, right? And then 183.77 times 1.075, so 197. It feels like 170 doesn't feel like a lot, does it? Like down here. I don't really like to play CRM just because I don't think it moves that well. Like for earnings, I don't think it moved that much, did it? Oh, it did move up a lot here. But here it didn't really do much. Let's look historically. So it does move actually. It does move pretty good. Okay, so what this 260 all the way to, oh no, $6. It moved up $6. So it does gap up and gap down, but it's not a lot. This one closed closed at 285 and it opened at, so $14 move. $14 move on 285, so 4% move. Yeah. Right, 285, and then it opened at 272. Let me make sure I did that right. Okay, so 285, 270. Oh, okay. So let me do that real quick. So 270 divided by 285. So 10%. It moved 10%. I'm an idiot. It moved 10%. No, it moved 6%. It moved 6%. Yeah. It moved 6%. And then here it moved what? Closed at 160. Then it opened at 176. That's $16 divided by, no, it's 176 divided by 160. It moved 10%. So it does move actually. 10%, it's kind of consistent. Let's look at the option change real quick, see what they're charging over there. Oh, and actually, let me see that overview real quick. Gamma spike at the end of the day. Okay, Cope started popping off a few days ago. There's more put activity, more open interest in the put side. Let me look at the chains though. That's my flavor flay. We said 197, and then we said so there's open interest on these 190s. Those would probably be the ones I go for, honestly, if I was to get something. And then you have some surface right here with some reassurance with these 192s, but the 190s are the ones that are interesting. We said to the downside would be, they might go up, honestly. I think there hasn't really been a lot of activity. There's the 180s. These have a lot of open interest, but let's see when they added these. They added them on the 15th. Where they added them? The 15th. Let me get rid of my cup. It's in the way. 15th, they added them at the top. Okay. I think what is going to happen is probably that short-term relief bounce, fill the gap, and then maybe you get the puts. Because these guys are still in, it looks like. People up there that got them there. Right, they added them on the 15th. Most of that carried over. So those are the 180s. They're still in there. What to the upside? To the upside, these are 1,000. When did they add these? They added them. Well, they've been kind of increasing. They just got to 1,000. They just broke that record. They were at 930. Most of this shit's been added for a while though. Most of it started peaking around July. End of July. It's just slowly, steadily getting there. So these aren't like expecting to move. They've been in there chilling. They're probably down on their calls, actually. How do you guys feel about safe Salesforce? When I say Salesforce. I'm just scrolling. These are the ones that I'll be watching, the 190s. In case they want to do something crazy. Yeah. 1000s, and then the 170s, the 180s. There's nothing here. I would be surprised there's some more volume on this end, but there's not. It's just on the bearish side. Let me look at the second chain. Damn. There's some right here for the 200s for next week. These are kind of cheap, but I don't think they're realistic. Unless it actually moves at 7%, which would be 197, and then you got a little bit of breathing room for next week. Huh. These are definitely interesting, the 200s for the week after. 205s. They just started opening these up. I probably won't play CRM, to be honest, because Wednesday is already a pretty busy day for me, Snowflake and Splunk. But for Salesforce, I think they might like run up into it just for that gap fill. I don't know if it leaves that gap unfilled. I mean, it could. It likes to leave gaps unfilled, but it fills them back up. So gapped up and tried to fill it, partially filled it, then it came back up to try to fill it. It just didn't fill that one, then it came back and filled it. Okay, and so it had a gap here and then it filled it. I think it might want to fill the gap. That's what I'm thinking. But then I wouldn't play it, honestly. I'm gonna be busy on that day. I'm gonna be playing Splunk and Snowflake, I think. It did bounce off here too, also, like, so it looks like it bounced off that support. So I'm thinking it comes back up. So I would look short term for calls maybe, and then maybe play it to the downside. Or you could play it to the upside because it looks like it goes up most earnings, but I don't know, man. Big Kahuna, you still there? You probably dipped. I think there's like one more I want to cover. Nordstrom, it's probably the last one. Let's just look at that. Nordstrom, I'm actually bearish on retail, but they've been kind of fucking me. I actually got puts on this up here. I made some good change on it, but I wish I would have held it. I think I called this out on Twitter also. I don't know if do I have the tweet on this? Yeah, you guys go follow me on Twitter because I've got some stuff for you guys all the time. I called Nordstrom though. Hella good timing. Where was it? Where the fuck was it? I called it out like at 27, dog. It was nice. It was nice. Riot, KSR, Rost. Can't find it. Roblox bounce, Roblox SPY. I don't know, I can't find it, but I know I called that shit out. Or did I tell people on Discord? Nah, I don't remember. I did call it out though. I thought, fuck. Get what you fucking deserve. I played it though. You just gotta believe me. You just gotta believe me. I think for earnings though, it might be bullish, just because the dividends, and it's like more retail, like expensive retail people, like rich people. But I haven't looked at the flow, so this might be a good opportunity for the pullback, right? And it's actually already, I'm leaning bullish, surprisingly. I know, I'm bearish on retail, but which one goes first, Salesforce or Snowflake? That should give us a clue. I think they're actually on the same day. That's why, yeah, they're on the same day. They're Wednesday after hours. So yeah, I'm gonna play Snow. I don't know if you were here earlier, but Snow actually like comes down each earnings regardless of what they do. So I'm interested in playing it to the downside, but we'll see how it works out going into earnings. But yeah, they're doing it on the same day, so I see what you're saying though. I see what you're saying, where you could kind of base it off of them. I see the correlation. I like Nordstrom though. It just broke out of this long ass downtrend. Looks like it got thrown back into it, but if it can get back out, you know, let her fly, you know. 1 hour, let's do like the 1 hour, I think. The 1 hour. Yeah, it just came out there perfectly too. Yeah. Let's add another one down here. That one there. And let's throw one to the upside. So maybe we get a little bit more pullback, but I might get the calls on Nordstrom just based off of the divvy. Is it overvalued right now? Let me see how much they're bringing in. Nordstrom. And the reason I want to be bullish on this is because the puts on retail have not been working out for me. $3 per share this year. Let's go to the quarterly. 81 cents. Are they profitable? Yeah, they might be profitable. Revenue 15 billion last 12 trading months. They're not bad. P ratio 11. They're hella broke though. 486, 484. Oh no, here's some yeah, operating cash, they're positive, it looks like. They have small margins, my guy. Let me pull up one of my other websites real quick. Best Stocks Research. Let's take a look at the industry average on this. Nordstrom. What's the score looking like here? Valuation. Wait. You're going too fast. Okay. 24 PE. Everything's checking out. Poor value based on its earnings relative to share price. Earnings, EBITDA are insufficient. They have debt. So they can go bankrupt. Is that what they're saying? Profit margin is 5%. Short-term liabilities. The Kahuna, retail's diverting money into food. Dollar General could be a good play. Oh yeah. And Dollar Tree too, right? They gotta eat somehow. Wait, they don't have food at... They don't... Oh, so Nordstrom's actually price to book is expensive. Yeah, that's what they're saying right here. Industry. So Nordstrom's expensive. So let me show you... Yeah, so this is relatively expensive. Versus department stores. The market cap. So yeah, it's expensive. Kinda. So KS... oh, this might be good then. Macy's 3.6 price to earnings. What is this? Dillard's? Yeah, it's Dillard's. Arco, what's Arco? I've never heard of Arco. Arco stock? Nordstrom might come back down, then I don't know. I just think this is like a rich, wealthier place, right? So people might not be affected just yet. I wish I would have held my puts. I had puts. I'll show you guys the puts that I had. Let me quickly see what I got. Man, somebody's spamming my Twitter. Let me see. Yeah, Dollar General might be a good play too, though. The Nordstrom puts that I had were the $24 puts for this coming week. I bought them at what did I buy them at? I bought them at 90 cents. They're at 160, 164. It's 165 now. Yeah. I sold way early though. I wish I would have kept them. Yeah, affordable retail seems like they do well when times are hard. Yeah. It's like the inflation hits the poor people first, you know, and then it hits the expensive people. But I think this could be a good opportunity for the dip buy. Let me look at some calls real quick. Especially because they have the dividend and they might be overvalued. So there's $26 calls being bought. Yeah, I might do calls on this still. Like, I think a lot of people are going into retail bearish, and Nordstrom might just be that surprise, you know? Maybe. I do like the breaking out of the downtrend. Then if we can get back outside of that. This also is a huge ass cup and handle though. Got a huge ass cup and handle. Maybe. I'm going to keep this one on watch. I'm not exactly sure. Let's just look at the chain real quick. Just look. What's the expected move? I don't even know. Nordstrom. 14.4%. So that's like $3, I think. Just let's play the upside. All right, let's do the upside. So 1.148. No, I'm an idiot. 24.18. So $3. About, yeah, a little over $3. 27.60. Yeah. Let's look at that chain. 826. The puts are up right now because it's been selling off, but it might be time to get some calls. These are here $30. I don't know. The 27s are big. These are, let's see when they added these. 27.50s. They've been cutting back on these. So they got them on the 16th, and then they doubled up, then they cut down on them. So the 16th, and then they got rid of them on the 16th. Let me see. 16. That's weird. They added them, they traded them on the 16th. They added them on the 16th, and then they got rid of them on the 18th. Go back. So maybe they just play. No, I think they added them. Maybe they're expecting that breakout to hold. So yeah, maybe this sell-off is, they cut their shit after. Like on the 18th, they just cut their shit. The 18th, where's the 18th? They just cut their stuff here. Okay, okay. That's not really helpful, honestly. 27s, they're kind of out there. These, let's look at the 24s. They're still holding, and they just added these on the 5th of the 5th. Where's the 5th? Right here. Okay, where's the chain at, fellas? They traded more, but none of those got added. Well, how much did they pay for these actually? Let me see real quick. They paid 182, about 182. They're still about 182. About 180. No, 160. That's 160. They're about the same price right now. And where is that relative to the price? They got them on the 5th. So yeah, we're basically around the same price. So it's holding up its premium pretty well. The $24 puts. I think I'm going to get calls for this because I think a lot of people want to play puts. And the calls might just print. I'm going to get probably something closer to the money though. I'm thinking like maybe the 26s. Even though they're cutting down on these, it just added them. It just added them on the 12th. They've been chilling. Yeah, I'm gonna see how these open up. To the downside, let's look at our options. Okay, to the downside, I mean, how far can this thing go? What did I say? It's a 14.4%. Yeah, here we go again. One is 0.144. So $4 to the downside. 20s. Let me see how much they are. 36 cents. Kind of spicy actually. Is this on Tuesday? Okay, so we'll have time still. And these, when did these start coming into play? These started coming in the 12th. And they've been holding. I mean, they just took profits, it looks like, on Thursday. They took profits on Thursday off that sell-off. So, yeah, so I think what happened was maybe calls. Some people held their calls, expecting more running up. And then now people loaded up on calls here, right? And then they took about half of that profit, which makes sense, right? Because this is a doji candle, kind of like it's a non-directional candle. Could be the change of a trend, and would make sense as a pullback. I'm gonna get calls for this one. Welcome. I'm gonna see how it ages. So let me put that down, calls for Nordstrom. Cause I need some plays. I need to get a play for Thursday, Tuesday. Do you guys have any other questions? I think that's all I have for you guys, or all the ones that I was interested in. Oh, the Kahuna said Dollar General, right? Let's do that real quick. Dollar General. Dang, this thing's like all-time highs. I say puts, my guy, just based off like the levels. But it always beats earnings, so it's crazy. And they have a dividend, 55 cents. Let's look at expected move. 5%, 5.4%, 5.4%. You know what would be a good play for this? Maybe the iron condor, where it's not going to really move. Do 1.5, 3%. Was that right? 4. 1 minus 0.04 times 253, 83, 85, 240. So $13. Look at how much the change are looking at around there. I hope I was looking at the right chains. By the way, let me double check with Nordstrom. Was I looking at the right chains? These are still there. These $24 calls are still there. What were the ones that I was talking about? I may have been looking at the wrong contracts. I think I was looking at the wrong fucking contracts. Was I? No, I wasn't looking at the wrong contracts. I think I was looking at the right contracts. The 29s, 30. No, I was looking at the right ones. Okay. Fuck, I was scared for a minute. Okay, let's go back to Dollar General. 826. I'm just gonna lean bearish just to see what's going on here. There's some down here. These are the 210s. Nothing there since July, so don't care about them. They've just been sitting there. To the upside, nothing going on to the upside. Yeah, not much volume on these, honestly. I think the play for this is probably to get the iron condor, to where you would like sell a call and then you would sell a put, and then you would buy a call and you would buy a put, and then it's gonna basically stay here, and then you'd make the premium from selling this one and selling that one. Feel me? You feel me? I think that might be the play for this one. I don't have the chains. I'll find a ratio, and if I do, I'll post it on Twitter or something. That reminds me, I gotta check my Twitter. I'm getting spammed by somebody. So if you guys don't mind, just hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found value. If you guys have any other questions, I think we didn't really cover as much, but I think we did some good DD regardless. I'm gonna still work on this. This is just a rough draft. I'm gonna put it in the Discord. Just a rough draft here. Oh, did I mark up everything? Calls, yeah, puts. I think I did go here. Let me see. Yes, sir. I think we're good. Oh, Alta. I'll take a look at Alta. I'm actually getting kind of tired, so I appreciate you guys showing up, and hope you guys have a great weekend. And if you guys have any questions, just hit me up on Twitter or something, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys. Shout out to a couple of the people. We got the homie Hold'em, Mr. Hold'em, Big Kahuna, Saul, and who else was in here? NASCAR. Okay, yeah. All right, shout out to you guys, and see you guys in the next stream. Have a good weekend. Good luck this week too, and stay safe. Peace.